love him. He's just oh.
He is. He's
I think we've created a whole new Will McDonald.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
Carl!
Or Gordon the Gopher.
I used to have a show in Manchester.
You used to host a show?
Yeah, overnight.
What kind of things was it?
What sort of tip were you on?
Phone-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
You did a phone-in?
Not a proper one.
What did people phone in about?
No, they didn't. That was one problem. There was no phones. Go on.
No, just, you know, how things were going and that.
Problems? Were you like an agony uncle?
Kind of.
That's amazing. Imagine that. Imagine sending someone to Carl. You got problems? Is it delicate? We'll go to Carl Pilkington.
Hang on, looks like maybe there's some questions.
Oh, we've got a few questions here. What's the one? What's Carl's view on?
Carl, what do you make of nudism?
Who's that from?
Let me just check who that's from.
It's a time and a place for it.
That's from. It's very difficult to tell.
That's great. You see,
there's a time and a place for it.
That is just brilliant. That is Dickie Bird. That's that sort of.
Hey, I'll be right back. Still there? Yeah, of course it is. I totally forgot to take that off.
Would you do it, Steve?
Would I do nudism?
How you doing, man?
He's not allowed.
Not again.
No,
yeah. It's not nice, is it, really?
No, it's not with Steve. He's not allowed on any National Trust land doing it because he's caused the death of millions of starlings.
That's true.
There was something on BBC Choice the other night. It's a really short show. I haven't seen it before.
Not bad, not bad. How's the games been? Couldn't be bothered doing anything today. Yeah, I feel you. So I didn't.
What was it?
Yeah, awesome.
This old fella who.
I'll have to see your you'll have to load up your run next time you go on stream.
He's done alright out of it because there's not many blokes who are willing to go nude for modelling and that, and he's about 70, so it's not.
Is there much cry for that? Do you think? Is there much demand for a 70-year-old nude?
He's doing alright for it.
Sure. Good.
And the odd thing was, you see.
Oh, you've uploaded it. Nice.
He was just like walking around on a main road in like a seaside town. And
right.
Yeah, and cars would.
See, that's not nudism, is it? That's mental illness.
Yeah, he's just a bit div.
Yeah.
So
right. I tell you, one of your favourite programmes. Isn't one of your favourite ones just that one with the hot air balloon?
Let's have a look.
It just goes. It's like in Sydney. Sometimes then it's at a carnival.
His favourite programme when he was little, he used to watch it for hours. Was that little girl by a blackboard with two toys?
Yeah.
He used to love.
It's a nice starting.
Right, listen.
Thing there, double shield.
If you want to give away the Incubus tickets.
Go on.
There's a program.
There's some tickets to give away later. I'll tell you what it is later. Go on.
Who?
I don't know. Yeah. We're going to save it. It's a surprise. Go on, Carl.
Have I ruined it?
No, go on.
Crack on, mate. Crack on.
Yeah. It was a program about the body.
Sure.
And what is it, right? Barbie doll. Why couldn't that be real?
Yeah.
Play a record, Carl.
I do know the answer.
What do you mean, why couldn't it be real?
If the Barbie doll was like a real person,
right,
it wouldn't work out.
I don't understand the question, and you do. This is what worries me.
I don't understand the question.
Why do you understand it?
So completing this run, I'll pause this for a bit. So completing this run that you've done there, what does that unlock for you? Does that, like, what does that give you? Oh. Like, does it unlock the second or third thing when you sign in? Or did you get through all 4 of them? Yeah, I think that team comp you've got there with the, it's the exact same team comp I've got. Yeah, it's clearly the best. Unlocks the next confession. Yeah, cool. That's what I thought. Pretty good, pretty good. Only one bad relationship. The rest, that's pretty good. Jeez, you made short work of them.
Therefore, because I know the answer, the question makes sense. But unless you know the answer, the question makes no sense.
Well, of course it does.
That's what's brilliant.
Ah, you're on the mountain. I see.
It's not a real question, Carl.
I don't think it can count, really.
It can't be a real question. Well, because it's like one of those things about, a man went into a field and died. Why? You have to ask a question. You go, because his parents didn't know. But, well, I've got a million explanations. Okay, she'd be hollow. You know what I mean?
He's right, actually. It is too vague. Why don't you give the answer, and then you'll understand what your question meant.
What was the answer?
She'd have to walk around on all fours, because...
No, physically, the proportions of Barbie could not be replicated on a real human woman, because she just couldn't have those dimensions.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But that you know what I mean? Yeah. Same goes for Fred Flintstone. Do you know what I mean? His head's half his body. It's a cartoon.
Right. Don't have a go at Carl. People love him.
Sorry.
God, you're alienate yourself.
I'd like some hip hop, Steve. Seriously. I'd like some hip hop, Steve.
We'll come up with a question. We're giving away some Incubus tickets later. Look forward to that. Yeah. It's time for hip hop. Hooray!
Yeah, this fight here, what a pain in the ass.
Whoa. Hey. Yeah. Whoa. Hey, this is from De La Soul's 2000 album, not the current one. Artificial Intelligence, Mosaic Thump.
Yeah, they've changed a bit, haven't they?
They have, and a lot of people have dismissed De La Soul, but there's still some tracks you can dig out.
Not as jazzy, but this is a soul tip for this
show. This is a wonderful track. This is With Me. Play it, Carl.
We get to which turn?
Alive, POD or pod, as I call them.
Yep.
On XFM 104.9. A bit of rock.
Who are you?
I'm Ricky Gervais.
Steve Merchant here.
Yeah. Carl over there. Now listen, there's a bit of rock there.
Yep.
Takes us into a competition. We got Incubus tickets to give
Incubus,
away.
you say?
Now I like Incubus. I mean, for what they are, you know, I'm a bit worried about all this crossover, this new metal, and these people coming out that are a bit like Pearl Jam and a bit all this sort of. I'm not too sure about it. I'm still not convinced, but Incubus have got a bit of style about them. Well, you know the competition we just ran there.
They're crap.
Thing. People were phoning up. One person said, "What do you think about new metal?" Carl just quick as fast went, "I hate it."
Exactly.
And he threw a question right back at them and went, "Do you listen to that in the morning?" She went, "Yeah." He went, "Wow, you see, in the morning I like Ash. In the evening, I might listen to."
I think he said Magic FM.
Yeah. But I love the fact that he is now. We've put him on a pedal. He's happy with his own opinions. Before he was like, don't know. And now he wants to tell the world. He'll be down Hyde Park Corner tomorrow, won't he? And they're going, right, who wants to know what I think about, I don't know.
At 2 o'clock, I will listen to the Human League.
Today at 4:13, I had one apple and listened to Primal Scream. Thank you. No, you're a great bloke, Carl. We better stop now because you know we're going to make you into the new.
There'll be more from Carl next. But this is the very last question that someone. This is Jim. He's emailed in. He says, "Does Carl think that that Waterworld, Mad Max, Judge Dredd, or similar films present an accurate portrayal of what a post-apocalyptic world might be like?" How do you imagine the world will be, Carl?
God, your man-at-arms fucking tanked.
Okay, let's forget the films. What do you think the world might be like if there was, say, a nuclear war and we had to survive underground for a while till all the, waste went away and we could come up and we could eat fruit again and it was all weird and we had to start from scratch?
I'd rather die.
Okay.
All right. You? Wouldn't you?
Well, supposing it was sort of like, Britain was just like, it was all the buildings had gone, right? Or there was some bit of scavenging, there was like, and we hid underground and we came out, sort of in 10 years' time. Don't keep shaking your head, you don't know the question. You can go, no, rather die. And it was fine, you lived on tin for a few years, right? Then you had to come up and start again. You had to find other civilizations.
I'd want that thing that, is it Walt Disney had? Sort of
cryogenically
put me
preserved.
In a fridge thing and say, look, wake me up when it's all built again. I couldn't be doing with that, walking around with a hard hat on all day.
Yeah, what would you do? Set an alarm clock? You're the only person. What you get in a fridge and leave a note. If you find this, do not disturb till 2012. No, well, yeah, but saying that wasn't. Well, I mean, what would you do first? You just come out into the light. It was like Saxon Britain. There was nothing. You'd have to start again. What would you do? What would you do first?
I'd probably go and see where I live now to see what's left of it.
I know how he thinks.
Carl, if you were the last man on Earth, right, and you had to have one other woman, with which to start the human race again, right?
Yeah.
And not your girlfriend, who would you start the human race again with? Which person would you want to? Bear in mind, it's not just like the fact that you've got to have kids. They've got to be able to provide something in this world. They've got to be leaders.
And they might be all melted. And
exactly. So their beauty may have.
They've just got one good eye, but now they can tell what you're thinking because of radiation.
yeah.
They tried to go through a pod, and there was a fish in there for some reason in their Wellington.
I mean, for me, probably.
What would you rather kiss, a mermaid or a unicorn?
Carl, quickly.
Mermaid.
Why? No, I want him to answer my question.
Because it's got a lady's face. Okay then. What would you rather kiss, a lady with the body of a fish or the body of a horse?
A fish. Wouldn't you?
This is the best thing in the world. It's just like, you know when you call a file a rude word, and then the computer goes, "Do you want to open tits?" You laugh because it's like, that's what playing with Carl's like. It's sort of like you input it, and you always get, you know what I mean? You sort of get...
You get more back than you bargained for.
Survive,
Probably
son.
only because I've seen films, that one with that Hannah Darrell or whatever her name is in, and she looks
Hannah Darrell.
With a woman with a horse's body. Maybe if I've seen one, I might change my mind.
Okay, can you email us a picture of a woman with a horse's body?
Yeah. Ricky.gervais at X.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Do they exist?
Anyway.
Do you reckon unicorns exist, Carl?
No.
Let's play another song then, because I think we were going to give away some Incubus tickets. We seem to have got sidetracked.
Okay. Well, I'd like to play my song for the lovers. I'm not sure.
I hate being in this situation. It's like, oh,
it's his sort of, version of soul. It's off the Young Americans album, and it's a beautiful song called "Can You Hear Me?"
Yeah, he'll be dead in here. Yeah, push him along.
David Bowie, at his best there.
Yeah.
Young Americans, Can You Hear Me? You said it when the record was on, Steve. You're not going to hear this sort of eclectic mix of music anywhere.
Anywhere else, Rick?
We go from hip-hop to soul, to hip-hop and soul, to soul-y type hip-hop.
That's a nice one. When you pass, you get health.
And the joy of it is, Rick, that
it's a bit of a feels good
and broad-minded enough, as I hope our listeners are.
Yeah,
they're going to be loving this.
And we played Early Outen last week. We didn't care. We don't care what he's done since or what he's like now.
We're not interested in reputation.
I don't judge.
Only the first time.
If they do a good track,
still.
Can I tell you this now?
Not bad.
I am not interested in what people think's cool.
No, obviously.
No, I'm interested in what people think is good, Rick.
Clutched it for me there, though. Yeah.
No, I'm interested in what we think.
Shit, man. Anytime in this fucking game that you can get health back is a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. You do, don't you?
Yeah. Fucking
You're not in it for them.
Bastard of a thing.
This game for anyone's amusement.
No, obviously not.
Oh, he's clawing back, baby.
I want to be able to have a conversation.
Yeah. I want to have an orgasm.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, that was David Bowie there. We've played some great tracks here, but we've got more to come, haven't we?
We have indeed, yes. Plenty more to come, Rick. But we're going to give those Incubus tickets away.
We've got a competition. Now, we were talking about people keeping an open mind. Now, our listeners have got open minds. They're not only open, they're blank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really?
Empty canvases.
From the ones that have been, from the ones that have been phoning up, I don't know how they dialed.
No.
I think they're wrong numbers, or they sat on the phone or something. Sure. And a lot of old listeners are coming back.
A lot of people from the old days of XM.
I don't know. They're obviously been allowed out.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, that's caring the community, Rick.
Yeah.
A lot of people now get thrown out of those homes.
So I thought
detox centres.
Yeah, I thought maybe an old question, something I'd explored 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
What excites me is the fact that clearly all those kind of needle exchanges and things like that really helping people stay alive, and that's a joy.
Sure.
That's evidence there on the phone.
Yeah. Now, what about this? Now, you know the answer to this. I've done this before.
Okay.
Right? There is one London station.
Rick, we've done this in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, you think I'm going to say St John's Wood?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
There is one London station that has no vowels.
That has no vowels?
No, it's not.
Oh, no. You've not thought this through
at all.
It's one vowel.
It's one vowel. It is one vowel.
So there's one London station with one vowel?
Can't remember the answer, though.
Oh no, this is pathetic. This is so rubbish. I so want to be on someone else's show. Like Camfield would be good, or just on like Dr. Fox.
We like Dr. Fox now, don't we?
Fox is amazing.
We like him. He's come through on that Pop Stars Tonight.
I love Foxy.
I like his little trunk. He's like a little trunk, and he works out, and he's got a bike and everything. But I like him. He's optimistic. He wears too much blusher, and I like his suits.
But it's the fact that it's like however hard he tries, he just doesn't look right on the telly. He just looks like a man who's been sewn into that suit.
I know.
Did I tell you when I saw him once riding here into Capital on his hog, on his Harley?
Oh, is that
such a joy?
Yeah. No, we like Foxy. What about Simon Cowell? Oh, boo. What about that Nicky Chapman?
Like her.
Yeah, what about who's the other one?
Oh, Waterman.
Up and down,
He's
Waterman.
a bit of a knob.
Wow, come on, you can say that, but he's sold millions of records.
None of this talking...
So's our price.
None of this talking is disguising the fact that we've still not managed to give those Incubus tickets away.
Okay,
Any
what about
questions?
this? What about this?
You've got nothing, have you?
No.
Running on empty.
Yeah.
Play a record.
Hives there on XFM 104.9. Right, we've got a competition question. Steve's come up with it at the last minute.
This is just to check if you are a regular listener of the show.
Yeah, we would like to reward loyalty.
Exactly, absolutely. So last week on the show, Ricky described a story that happened to him back in the 80s when he was making his TV appearance on Razzmatazz with his band, and he had to fly out, was it to Newcastle?
Yeah.
And he tried to get on a plane, and a pop act of the 80s tried to help Ricky sneak aboard an aeroplane.
But failed.
But they failed to do it.
At the height of their powers.
And they were at the height of their powers. What was the name of that outfit?
Should we put them on the line?
Absolutely, let's hear
well,
it. There's people there already. This is to win Incubus tickets. Please do not be mental.
Don't be mental or swear or say anything libelous or nasty.
Yeah.
Just be nice. You won't win if you do. Go on. Hello.
Hi, who's that?
Oh, I've got my headphones on, haven't I?
Put your headphones on, Rick. I'll just keep her talking.
Oh, no.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Okay, hello.
Hi.
Hi there. What's your name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Where are you calling from?
Clapham Junction.
And do you know the answer?
I do.
Okay.
Bucks Fizz?
It was indeed Bucks Fizz.
It was the Fizz. It was indeed the Fizz.
Well
do you like Incubus?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you see, if I was interrogating you, I'd go, you hesitated.
Yeah.
There's so many people phoning up who are desperate for these Incubus tickets. Please don't make
They
us
are
give them to
rightfully,
you.
no, to be fair, they're rightfully yours. Right,
I tell you what, I'll have a T-shirt if you give them the ticket.
Okay, is that just any old T-shirt, or
No.
Can we send her a T-shirt? Carl's nodding.
we
Right,
think we can send you a T-shirt?
Right, we'll get you a T-shirt. How are you going to do that then, Carl? Because you've got to take her name and everything now. Yeah.
This is pathetic.
This is
wouldn't
amazing,
happen
isn't it?
with Dr. Fox. He'd have it
Foxy
all
wouldn't
planned.
do this.
Can I say as well, there's a bank, there's a train station with one vowel.
Yeah, but there's loads, aren't there? He hasn't thought it through.
No.
Bo as well. There's many. Listen,
No,
Carl, take a note of her number.
It can't have been that. I can't remember it. What was it? I remember I tried it the last time I tried it.
This is a shambles.
And I couldn't work out. Then there was wrong answers. I remember Aldrich came up. Maybe it's
The
Aldrich.
brain.
What's Carl doing now?
Who's he talking to?
Boom.
I think he's talking to her, but what? Look, quick, let's think of something. Come
Hey,
on.
Tillo, are you still on this line?
No, he's picked up the phone now.
So what am I doing?
Shit, we're giving away.
Easy,
we're
first
letting you behind
try.
the curtain. Let's keep up this veneer of professionalism.
This is so rubbish. Isn't
Come
it?
on, no,
It's okay.
don't draw attention to it.
Okay, all right.
Quick, let's just
Hell
talk
yeah,
about-
man.
Steve,
Fucking
what are you
72.
excited? Looking forward to Pop Stars.
I'm looking forward to a lot.
Who do you want to win?
I'm glad you've asked, Rick. I'd love to see Darius have a bit of success, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's probably going to be the stutterer.
I think
Fucking
it's gonna
GG,
be
man.
Gareth.
Well
He hasn't
played.
been there, Steve. I think it's going to be Gareth. Yeah, apparently in the polls in the week he's getting twice. We're back, don't we?
Okay.
All right, Carl. Okay. So she's getting a T-shirt, is she?
Lovely.
Right. Who's that on the line?
Next contestant.
Hello. This is amazing.
An error.
I mean, we couldn't do this worse. Go on.
Exactly.
Hello.
Hello,
Who's
Hi.
that?
it's Dan.
Dan. Hello, Dan.
Danny.
All
So,
right, mate.
do you want to go to Incubus?
I'd love to, man.
Okay. Hold on. This is pointless because he's just heard the last. He's heard the answer.
Yeah, it's definitely Bucks Fizz.
This is mad. We didn't think this through.
No, but let's be honest. He wouldn't have been on the line if he didn't know the answer. Are you cheating,
No.
Dan, he says he's not cheating.
This is fail-safe.
That's fail
This
safe.
is our rigorous. I can't
Screening
believe this.
process.
Dan, you're going to Incubus.
Oh, cheers, man.
Well
That's
done.
right.
Well done.
Oh.
Nice one.
Thanks for
Cheers.
listening. Cheers.
Oh.
Carl, what do we have to do? Do we just hang up or what happens?
Play a song then.
You've got his details.
Oh,
Play it.
God.
Just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do.
yesterday. That reminds me of this Christmas where my 51-year-old brother wouldn't let anyone near the PlayStation 2 because he was playing Gran Turismo. And he has to build his car up and buy it. He just played it from about 6 o'clock till sort of 3 in the morning.
Was it bought for him? Or
about 3... I don't know, but we had to watch him.
Getting there is a lot harder than the fight itself. Yeah, it's a bit of a it's a bit like that, isn't it? You go through all those things.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah.
I was on the tube.
It's so disappointing when you fall there as well.
Finchley Road.
Yeah.
And I was on the train. I know you don't travel on the tube anymore.
No.
You're too famous. But
I never did.
No.
It's not that I don't really recognise. It's just that it's beneath me.
Fair enough. And then on the tube in each carriage on these newer ones, there are kind of these flaps that are normally locked closed, and there was one of them that's swinging open, and inside there were various buttons like on off, self-destruct, whatever. But seriously, like doors operating.
Train quicker.
Exactly. And you were thinking like you don't want some kind of oik sort of fiddling around pressing buttons and stuff. It could be quite dangerous.
Yeah.
So I got off at Finchley Road. I thought I'll be a good commuter. I'll mention this to the staff. And they'll probably, they'll thank me for it. And if it's an attractive young staff member, I mean, they never are on the tube. Have you ever seen an attractive member of staff at a tube station?
Oh, come on, steady.
They are such freaks. I mean, I know that's the pot, kettle black.
They're all from Devon, apparently.
They're grotesque people, really.
Right,
and so anyway, I went up to this guy. I thought
the uniforms don't out, though, do they?
They don't. It's pretty grim. And so I went up to this guy. I said to him, excuse me, I was just on the train there. And there was a flap open. I could see all these buttons and things. He went, right. I was like, yeah, well, I just think, it might be, wandering hands, a small child or something. Yeah. Right.
Small child.
He went, what carriage was it? I said, well, I don't really know what carriage it was. I just, maybe on the next stop someone should come and check. He went, well, how are they going to check if they don't know what carriage it's in? And at that point, I just wanted to smack him in the face. I just thought, I'm in a hurry. I've got no reason. There's no gain for me about telling this. It's not going to help me out in any way, not financially, nothing. I'm just trying to help you out, and that's your attitude. And I was absolutely livid.
I'm getting so intolerant in my old age.
I can't stand it.
Bad service, bad attitude. Just, it drives me mad. It makes my blood boil, and
livid. I was one time, right, I was down in the centre of town. This was after some of the big explosions, the IRA had, various things. And everyone was on kind of bomb alert, very nervous, very scared. And there was a sort of a bag in the street. This was the centre of London or whatever. And my friends and I were a bit edgy, but a bit nervous. And we're outside this pub, and we saw the bag, and we thought maybe we should we'll tell the landlord from that. So we told the landlord, right? And he came out and he looked at it. He thought, oh, you're right, lad. It does look a bit shifty. And this is what he did. This was his security measure, right? He was going to call the police, but in the meantime, he picked up one of those sandwich boards that advertises what food's being served in the pub, just placed it over the top of it. That's fail.
That is what the bomb disposal unit use very often. Like you see them up and down Oxford Street. They're not people selling stuff.
Sure.
That's just
they will leap on a bomb.
Yeah.
But I love the idea because what we did was we moved about 100 yards down the road because we thought if the bomb goes off, we want to see it. That'll be dramatic.
Yeah.
We don't want to get injured. But I love the idea of like a sandwich board flying off into the air and just embedding itself in someone's head.
Yeah.
No one would have been
Who do I sue?
That sandwich board.
Well, that was Ron, the landlord.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My God, is that a Cumberland pie for £5.95? John, I think there's something more serious. Anyway,
paramedics going, I can't. 99p a pint. I'm going to come back here.
So anyway, he calls the police, right? And so after a while, about it's like 40 minutes later, and I think the police do a good job. I'm not trying to bake down on the police. I think it's a good job, and I respect the police. But this police van turns up after about 40 minutes of waiting, right? And this guy leaps out of the van and he goes, what, you're the guys who reported this, are you? And we went, yeah. He went, right. And he looked at the bag and he picked it up, he unzipped it, and there was just some rubbish in there. And he just threw it at us. He went, there's your bomb for you, and threw it at us to teach us a lesson, and then got in the van and drove away. And it was like, what lesson are you teaching us about being good citizens?
You presumably reported him,
Of course we're not. What's going to happen? It's not.
Do you know what I think? I think he thought it was a bomb, and he was trying to blow you up to teach you a lesson.
Well, possibly.
That's bad. That is really bad.
It just winds me right up, stuff like
Once, right, me and Bill, it was like 1983, and we had like extensions and cut off T-shirts and jeans and
sexy.
Like makeup, neuromantic. And we were just eating chips on a corner, right? And it was a Saturday, so I assume it was like football patrol. About 12 police, and they sort of slowed down, looked at us, and he wound the window down, and the bloke driving shouted, "You look like a couple of prats." Bill turned to me and went, "Is that an offence?" And I remember wanting to laugh at the joke, but thinking,
you look like a fucking twat.
They were right. They were right. It's not really a police issue, I don't think.
Someone called into HQ that morning. Guys, if you see anyone looks a bit, the fashion police.
We've heard a bit. There's a bit of a to do. Apparently, a couple of prats are walking round.
Yeah. We need someone to go on fashion police patrol.
Send in Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. Oh dear. But we respect the police.
Yeah,
we're not.
I'm not having a go. It's just those few that give them a bad name, really.
Yeah, exactly.
High five for it.
Hey, I think the boys in blue do a good job.
They do, and so the firemen.
Yeah, especially firemen. I remember once. This is really embarrassing. This is the arrogance of youth, right? In a hall of residence, every time someone did toast, the fire alarms went off. I remember once it was like 2 in the morning, and we all had to go outside, and it was just toast set off things, but it was linked, and about 8 fire engines turned up. And they're all coming in, right? And I said, "Oh, this is so embarrassing. Why am I telling this?"
Go on.
I just went, "There's enough of you."
Oh.
And the fireman said, he just went, "Shut your mouth, mate." Yeah. And I thought, "Oh God, he's right." It's one of those things you remember 10 years later.
Yeah, that's a horrible thing.
I know, but
I
when
want
you're
you
18,
to publicly apologise to the fire brigade.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Because I never did stuff like that.
Oh, that is twatish.
I was too busy saying, "Can I try on your helmet?"
Oh dear. Oh, we better play another song,
play
haven't we? Oh, this is a great track. This is Groove Armada. It's from the album Goodbye Country, Hello Nightclub. It's the opening track. It's called Sun Toucher. I think you'll like this, Steve.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Groove Armada there, and Sun Toucher. Do you like that?
I didn't mind it, actually. I didn't realise you were a Groove Armada dance music fan.
Well, no, Jane played that music fan. I knew that before, but I loved it immediately. It's great. It's like soundtrack mixed with a little bit of hip hop, and it's all like a big
like
mix.
A big melting pot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wish that's what the world was, really.
So
where
we
could
everyone
could live in harmony.
I wish it was an onion.
Oh, if only the world were a great big onion.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe one day.
Well, this is nearly the end of the show.
Absolutely.
It's been Ricky Gervais on XFM 104.9 with Carl. And it's been a great show, and there's been some laughter, there's been some tears, there's been some jokes, there's been some political satire.
I'd like to think so.
But above all, there's been some chat with friends.
And there's been some bloody great music, let's not forget that.
I don't think we need to swear at this time.
It's late juncture.
Yeah, because you make yourself look a cock, and me look a twat, and Carl look like a complete...
Song for the ladies. Rarely do you get a chance to play on a radio station. 7 minutes worth of Led Zeppelin. But screw it, I thought, it's the end of the show, we don't give a damn. It's an amazing song.
Be careful with the language, screw, damn and bloody. Do not a sermon make.
Rick, it's a beautiful song. If you're not a Zeppelin fan, stick with it. It's not roaring rock as you'd expect. The Rain song from Houses of the Holy. See you next time.
See you later. Hives there on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. Steve Merchant.
He's with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sentences. And all that.
Just using the traditional English
language. You put me off. You pointed to yourself, and I just said Steve Merchant.
But we do that every week. You introduce me. Yeah. You say with me, and I go Steve Merchant.
No. Yeah.
So it's a catchphrase that everyone's waiting to hear.
No, but usually I go Ricky Gervais, and you go with Steve Merchant. But this time you pointed to you, so I said it. But I didn't say it. It caught me off guard, so I didn't use the sentence.
Oh, I don't like the way you sit, right? I've read medically that if you're slouching like that, can you try and describe how you're sat? But you've got the kind of have you ever seen that picture of when John Lennon was off his head on Smack recording Let It Be, and he was lying on the floor at Abbey Road? That's basically what Ricky is like. It's not good for you. That look at you can't breathe properly in the diaphragm, so you're going to get speak badly. Hey, listen, I was trying to speak medical stuff there. I was trying to run into trouble.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rick, what are the words to Wham Rap? What are the words to... I don't remember Wham Rap.
What the hell's got into you? Hey, sucker. No, there's nothing you can do.
Brilliant. I look forward to a forthcoming revival of your music career.
Yeah.
Rick, I had some devastating news last night.
Go on.
You know when I left you, I was off to buy a PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
I was totally in the mood for
or
it.
Or a PS2, as he said.
Which confused him, Grandad. Anyway, so you know, I think I went in like some electrical stop on Oxford Street.
Yeah.
And
the thing I just say, the thing about Steve is I wouldn't say he's mean. He hates that. He's careful, right? And he will spend days to get a £1 off.
Rick, 2.5 hours I walked around last night. I swear to God, I was walking to different shops, right? I went from Oxford Street to Piccadilly Circus, back again, along the length of Oxford Street, back again, all over the place, right? I realised I basically couldn't get a better deal than about 240 quid, right? For a console and a game. So I ended up in Virgin Megastore. I bought a Auto Grand Theft 3 or whatever, and a PlayStation and a memory card. So I shoot off, and I'm walking off, and I'm going to the Tube, and I walk all the way to HMV on opposite Bond Street. Sure. And I just popped in there because I'd forgotten to get something. And I went downstairs, and I was walking past the PlayStations, and it went, if you buy a PlayStation 2, you can get Grand Theft Auto 3 with £20 off.
Oh.
I was absolutely devastated.
What did you do?
I crumbled. I didn't know what to do. I was thinking of taking it back to Virgin Megastore, going, it's faulty. Well, how could it be faulty? You haven't even got it home yet. Oh, I can tell.
No, I didn't know. What did you buy? Keyboard.
Exactly. So the problem is when I get it back and I wire it up and that, all I can see is the cars are racing around the track. All I'm thinking is, it's like one of those cartoons when a really hungry bloke could just see his mate as like a big chicken. All I could see on the TV was just a £20 note just floating. It was an absolute night. I'm just devastated by it. 20 quid, I could have bought like another cheap game for that.
We went. Did I tell you this?
Rick, would you give me £20 and then I'll shut up about it?
yeah. We went to the casino once, a group of us. And I lost about 100 quid, and it was a great. It was someone's birthday. I think it was Jane's birthday. And Steve, after 3 hours of gambling, had lost the £20 he got out to play with. Right? I was going, "You're really gutted, aren't you?" He just went, "Have you any idea how much cheese I could get for £20?"
Yeah. Cold meats.
Yeah.
For £20, and there it is again last night. £20. I'm robbed of £20. Literally, they've taken it from my hand.
Yeah.
The HMV people.
They've
taken that and they've.
I'm going to try and think of some things to cheer you up. Should we play some songs? Avalanche is there. Frontier Psychiatrist.
I never enjoy any record where I think I or a 4-year-old could have made it.
Yeah, that is true about that song. That song's horrible.
Musical cheating.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one. I won't play that again then. Alright?
Okay.
That's done.
Yeah.
Alright?
Nice. Shake on it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
XFM 104.9.
Kiss on it.
Kiss on it. Touch on it.
Carl came in this morning and he said he was soaking wet because obviously it's miserable out. And actually, if you're thinking of leaving the house today and thus missing the show, do not leave because it's miserable out.
It's like a weather report as well. We play music, we've got chat, we have little jokes, don't we?
But Carl came
and it's raining.
He said he was soaking wet.
Yeah.
I said to him, Rick would want you to do it. I want you to do it.
Yeah.
Just take your clothes off. Pop them over there.
But do you know what?
And he wouldn't. And he said I was going to do it, but I knew you'd say that.
But when you left us in the kitchen when he was making coffee, he went, "Yeah, Steve said if you're wet, take your trousers off." And I thought, hold on, Ricky's not here. What's he up to? Little thoughts.
No, I was talking on behalf of Rick. I phoned him up. I said he's wet. What shall I suggest?
Well, I said, I was in his ear. He had earpiece, and I was going, "Tell him it's bad for him."
Yeah.
And I could hear him go, "It's bad for you." You go, "Well, no, I go, tell him it could
rheumatism."
Yeah.
It could lead to rheumatism. Take him on. Carl, speak. No one's heard your voice today. Come on, Carl.
He doesn't want to.
No, I know he doesn't. We won't talk to you much. But
go on.
It's just nice to say hello to you.
Yeah. I think people quite like
to
know you're here. Yeah.
We've had some fan mail.
I like his little face, his little Moby. I drew a picture of him in the week, just doodling, and he got really insulted.
Did he?
Why did you get insulted?
It wasn't very good. I looked like Ian Camfield.
Oh, that's an insult.
Yeah.
Ladies love Camfield.
Yeah.
I mean, they're weird kind of heavy metal ladies.
Yeah. The ones that drink blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love Camfield. I thought of you look like today, but I think you might find it insulting as well. It's just meant to be affectionate. For people who don't know what you look like Beaker at the Muppets.
I can't see how that would be an insult.
Oh God! We don't know you put it like that. It is, but it's sort of like I like Beaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you like him because he's a fool. He just goes, what does he do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you look a bit like that doctor that used to accompany him everywhere, that professor.
Oh yeah, the little fat
little
bloke.
One,
yeah, that's nice.
Carl, what was it that you told me as well when you came in? Just Carl's thought for the day.
Okay.
Carl, what did you tell me when you came in? Because it was miserable out, and you made it.
It is a grim day, Norman.
I like it already.
Brilliant.
I was thinking, could you imagine dying today?
Go on, explain more though.
Just because when you're dying, you're always like in your bedroom, in your bed, and your family's next door.
Always, yeah.
And I just thought, can you imagine lying there, looking out your window? Because they do that as well. They sort of get a bit of light in your face. And I just thought, what a day! If this was like your last day, could you imagine?
But then go on, you made
XFM,
another. You made another even more profound point. You said if instead of dying on a rainy day, you prefer to.
No, if you died on a bit of a nicer sunny day, then it's not so bad. What I'm saying, no, it's your last day looking out on the world, and look at it. Don't you agree?
Yeah. I thought that was a beautiful point. It was poetic almost.
It was, wasn't it?
Because no, the point was that what upset me was that you said you'd been thinking about that today on the way in, and it upset you. But my point was that if you think about the people that are dying any day, it'll upset you.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah, but you don't think about it when it's sunny, because you think, oh, they'll be all right today. They won't be that annoyed.
You're absolutely
annoyed. Thinking that. Oh, I'm no. Oh, I'm dying today.
It was just when I got up and opened the curtains, and I thought,
I'm glad I'm not dying today.
Yeah.
Carl, play a song.
Yeah, interesting. Historical Society, watching Xanadu on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais.
With me, Steve Merchant.
See, it doesn't work if you say with me, Steve Merchant. I've got to say I've either got to say with me, or you just go with Steve Merchant.
Sure.
See what I mean?
Okay.
It's not as easy, is it?
No, it's not.
No.
It's not as easy as it seems.
You know this, right? I mean...
What?
The radio show.
Oh, yeah.
We do, right? Well, we just come in and we don't plan them, we just sort of like chat. And they still pay us, it seems good, should we just do this all day?
So what did you end up using all your
or just
candles to unlock,
get
man?
a license where it's Ricky and Steve.
Just get some more
and we just
paths
chat,
and
we go,
stuff,
what are you doing there?
or?
So having breakfast. You go, oh, right, yeah. Oh, what are you doing there? So I'll just clean the windows and that. And we have a little chat, we go, oh, just reading the paper. And we just talk when we play records.
For 24 hours a day?
Yeah.
I mean, have you spotted any flaws in that plan? Or?
It would be boring after about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is boring now.
No,
and we've only done 20 minutes.
No, but it's just we were talking about Carl having a thought, remember?
Yes.
And then I had that thought when I went out to get some orange juice, and I had that thought. So maybe this show can be about let's have thoughts.
Okay.
So we have thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay, or they could, if we haven't got any, they could phone in with some.
Okay. Or email a thought, maybe, if you've got a thought. Just email that in.
Just thought we could talk about
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Could be a thought about anything.
Go on.
Can we not make those thoughts racist or homophobic, though, please?
Yeah. Or, not downers.
No, nothing that's going to bring us down, you know?
Yeah.
Upbeat stuff.
Yeah. Go on, Carl.
Do you know when you said 24 hours then?
Yeah.
Do you know how much it takes to run one of the escalators on the underground for 20 hours a day? How much it costs a year to do that?
To run it how long? 20 hours a day?
Yeah, that's what it runs to.
Is this another of your facts? Mm-hmm. These are always substantiated by an independent source, aren't they? They're not just something you overheard on a bus. Am I just to check? This is fact.
I read it.
Okay. Did you read it on a wall in a sandwich shop?
Sometimes I wish this was on telly, because when Steve said this, you have these substantiated by an independent arbitrator, Carl just looked at him like he'd just spoken French. It just looked like that. It just did.
Okay, so anyway, this information you've got from a reliable source, you read it on the back of a fag packet or something?
No, I think it was in the Metro.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So and let's just hear it again. How much does it cost?
Yeah, there's loads of escalators on the underground.
Yes.
And they run for 20 hours a day.
Yes. Don't tell us how... Tell you what, Carl, that's such a fascinating fact. Don't tell us. Let's play a record, Rick.
Okay.
And then people can stay tuned if they want to hear how much it costs.
This is like some sort of mental home radio.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, we are... I mean, we're not mentally ill. We haven't, we haven't had any head trauma.
Shit.
We're educated people.
Yeah.
But we come out with just rubbish.
Gobbledygook.
Just nonsense. It's like... I can't grasp. I don't know why you started
dodge, you
saying...
fuckhead.
I've no idea what that thought was.
You just said 24 hours about doing radio for 24 hours. So I thought, 20 hours.
Oh God!
So we're now examining the thought processes that we all have before we get to. Let's just hear a song.
Okay, right. It's 1:30, and that film sounds good. Ooh, that film sounds good. Feature. This is where I choose a song from a film that, that film sounds good. See? This is a film that me and Steve both love, and he saw it first and got me onto it and said I love it, and I did. It was Rushmore. Great film, and from it features one of my favourite artists of all time, The Wind by Cat Stevens, and this is off the first album I ever bought from Teaser and the Firecat. This is The Wind from Rushmore. That film sounds good.
Double turns bullshit.
Cat Stevens, The Wind.
Elegant.
It's a beautiful song. The album is a superb album. It's seminal. It's just has some great songs on it. I feel like playing another one, maybe a song for the lovers.
Maybe do it later. Yeah.
Maybe do that. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I have to say I've seen the follow-up to Rushmore. If you enjoy Rushmore, it's this new film, The Royal Tenenbaums, with amazing cast. Ben Stiller's in it, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Gene Hackman in his Golden Globe-winning performance.
Oh, yeah.
Same sort of thing as Rushmore, same kind of style, but lovely sort of kind of family comedy. Absolute dynamite, and again a brilliant soundtrack. Nico is on there, Nick Drake, all kinds of treats. Forthcoming in the cinemas, Rick.
You say the follow-up? Is it the?
It's not a sequel. It's the same director, same writer,
right.
Some of the same cast. Bill Murray makes another appearance. Same style.
Haven't the Swingers lot done another one?
They have. Their new film's Made, with the same Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn. Again, dynamite, really good fun. Not as kind of perceptive as Swingers, but certainly as much fun.
Have you seen Swingers, Carl?
Fuck. Lost someone. God damn it.
You've got a line in it, you've got a catchphrase in it, haven't you?
You're the money?
You're money?
No.
You're so money.
That's it, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I said you're the money, you went no. You went you're so the money, you went yeah.
Well, yours is from, what's his name?
Yeah, Jerry Maguire.
No, that's Show Me the Money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen it.
Anyway.
See, that was really articulate. We had, we did a feature, it linked into film, Steve Love Films, did a little, off-the-cuff review, then it went into gobbledygook again.
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
You couldn't even say the word gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, you had an interesting fact you were going to give us, Carl. I don't think we can leave people waiting for this any longer.
No.
Right. How much does it cost to run one escalator? That's just one.
Yeah.
On a London Underground. It's running 20 hours a day because it shuts for 4 hours in the night and the cleaning up and that.
Yep.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to run it for a year?
£12.
£60,000.
The trouble with these facts is I've got nothing to compare it against.
Well, think about like your yearly electric bill at home.
Well, when you put it like that, when you.
It's a lot, isn't it? When you think they could just use stairs.
Carl, play a song. Politics on XFM 104.9. Please, people, just use the stairs.
Alright. See if we can recruit someone.
Star guitar. I'm going to be honest, Steve. I like the video more than the song.
Agreed.
Good.
Yeah.
I just wish we could maybe tape the bits we're not on air, just because that's when Carl comes into his own.
Yeah.
He just said to me, I don't know what I was doing. I was sort of like pottering around, dancing around, doing something annoying probably, and he just looked at me. I looked around, he was looking at me, and I looked back, and he went, "Have you ever used a Y-front properly?"
Genius.
It's a great question because the answer is definitely no.
Definitely
no.
Does
anyone use their Y-front properly? And by that I mean get your winky out of the little sort of slot provided, as opposed to like put it to one side or pull them down or whatever. Has anyone used a Y-front properly?
I don't think I've ever done it.
I don't think I've ever done it.
I've never seen anyone in a toilet doing it, Rick.
You should be looking.
I wish I hadn't said that.
I caught you. Really?
Yeah. That's actually how you prove people are gay.
Yeah.
You get them into this conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
It was the trap.
Yeah. I'm not gay, by the way.
Yeah.
You didn't prove I was gay. I double bluffed you.
Yeah.
Because I knew the old gay trick.
I thought it was the old gay lord say no thing.
That is another method. Yeah, there's innumerable methods of doing it.
That's how Oscar Wilde was caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, the judge went to him. Did you see that film last night? Gaylord say no, and he went no, and they went take him away.
Yeah. Take him down to the cells.
Yeah, take him to Reading.
It is true.
Well,
true. It originated in America.
Yeah.
So many of these things do. It's a brilliant point, Carl. I'd like to hear from anyone listening who's, and I mean, well, they'll just lie, wouldn't they? I suppose.
Yeah. I don't even use sort of flies.
No.
Usually, I sort of pull my Y-front, my sort of tracksuit. That's why I wear sort of like elasticated waistbands all the time.
Exactly.
Just sort of
Speed. got to get in there with the minimum of effort.
Yeah, and out.
Sure.
Often I won't shake.
No, no.
To my detriment, because it often leaks out a little bit later, doesn't it?
So actually, if you say, "Oh, that's all good, man.
On a
I'm
date
just
with a
talking
girl where
bullshit
it's just
anyway."
trickled down your leg and you wish it hadn't, and you think, what if she gets my trousers off later? She's
Just
like,
putting everything into memories. Oh, yeah, nice.
I don't know. I don't know what I said there.
Right.
Rick,
The
I
old
have
memes.
Christmas something which I think might excite you and interest you, because I know you're obsessed and interested by...
So I need something to get rid of that.
Well, I was just looking at what it was underneath it.
Stop, listen to what I'm saying.
I know, no, listen, let me explain.
People could hear you moving the microphone.
Could they?
Yeah, I can hear it in my headphones.
You know, it's the little pop shield that goes over the mic.
Yeah.
I was going to see what way the mic was facing, so I just...
Pretty easy to get candles now.
Leave it. Carl,
Yeah, true. You can even do just the little solo runs and you can get a couple out of that.
So this is a book, it's just facts and trivia. It's edited by Sir Isaac Asimov, who I think's dead. So I don't know when my parents bought this book. I assume it's sort of from the second half.
Alright, so we need some...
I keep meaning to bring it in, because there are... Generally the facts are quite sensible in here. And I like to think if Isaac's been involved, they're probably substantiated. It's not like kind of just this nonsense on the web. I think that this is probably...
Or up in Greg's the Baker's that Carl gets most of his facts from.
The ancient Egyptians trained baboons to wait on tables. Carl, fascinated.
That's fantastic.
But what my point about that is, why did they stop?
Yeah.
It's a genius idea.
Would
you not want to go to a restaurant where they have baboons serving?
No, I'll tell you what happened. It might have been like the Planet of the Apes, and they sort of rebelled. One of them could talk. One of them could take his order. And one day went, do you want fries with that? And the bloke got really annoyed and said to answer him back. And then there was some sort of rebellion.
Right.
The Planet of the Apes isn't true, is it?
It's not documentary.
Right, okay.
I wonder, because what I like the idea of having baboons is the fact that I reckon they're... Like, I have difficulty, and I'm sure you do, Carl, like working out that sort of 10%, on a bill.
Yeah.
I reckon baboons would find that particularly hard. I reckon you could get away with under-tipping them all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Just not leaving enough and just legging it. Exactly.
They go away and you go, sucker.
Yeah, exactly. So
Alright, let's try.
There's any restaurateurs out there, so
could I if you do go to a restaurant and you're waiting on those, please don't order the banana daiquiri, because it comes half-eaten. They can't help their little selves. They really can't. They're okay with, like, beef and steak and chips and all that. But there's a little bite. I go, do you want...
Can you imagine that? The baboons serving at waiting tables. It's genius. Just stop to think about that. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely dynamite.
Yeah.
See, zoos would be a lot more popular.
Let's go.
If they were serving tickets, two... one child row. Okay, go through there.
But I think they should do other things, like in...
Oh yeah, I forgot about my relationship.
Mix cement in that bird's kind of...
I couldn't have done anything to fix them anyway.
Start doing that again.
Ran out of money.
Yeah, exactly.
According to the Flintstones.
Yeah, before they had proper cement mixers, that's what they did.
That was how they did it.
Definitely, yeah.
Just animal facts. I remembered one in the week.
Go on.
There was, do you know them two gay American men who have tigers?
Well, they're not necessarily gay.
They're not. No one actually knows if they are gay or not.
All right.
Okay,
well,
yeah. Gilbert and George, is it? No, that's those artists.
Yeah.
They're called Siegfried and Roy.
But anyway...
Who may or may not be gay.
Yeah, and if they are, so what?
And if they are, so what? But if they're not, and they don't...
I just said that so you knew what I was talking about.
Sure.
Okay, the two gay ones, yeah, go on.
Two possibly gay guys.
Yeah, let's not worry about libel law anymore then.
If you shave a tiger's head...
Whoa. Right, okay. You've got to treat that sentence with a lot more reverence than you did. Think what you're saying. If you shave a tiger's head...
Not just its head, its whole body.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
So I thought you were getting weird. Go on, then. Yeah, if you shave a tiger, yeah, go on.
It's still stripy underneath. The skin.
Is it like rock?
It goes all the way through. Yeah, that's amazing.
Where did you hear that one?
I remembered that.
Was that a drunk just shouting it in the street?
I shaved a tiger and it's still stripy. Get out of here. Yeah.
I must make a note of that, please, Carl.
Yeah, that's an interesting fact. Well, you know a polar bear? Polar bear's skin is actually black, and its fur is transparent, not white.
God.
So it gets all the radiation possible from the sun, but it's still camouflaged.
I didn't understand that, Rick. Sorry, you lost me.
Probably the second worst thing I could stand them on try for a good second run.
So why is it white?
Well, it just because
the old memories, man. I should unlock some more of those as well.
It look white, yeah. So if you look at each individual hair,
I need to have a look what I'm missing.
It would be black.
Well, everything is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, not bright stuff, Rick.
I just want it all unlocked.
Play a record.
Give me the best chance
I
possible.
know all about animals and stuff. Do you, Rick?
For players like us. What type of players is that, Mike? Bad. Poor. Ill-equipped. All of the above.
We've got to give it that.
We'll certainly give it that, Rick.
Yeah, XFM 104.9.
With me, Steve Merchant. So more from the facts and trivia book, edited, as I say, by Sir Isaac Asimov, so not just overheard on the tube or by a drunk.
Well, he might have overheard him on a tube by a drunk and just put him in a book.
Really? No
counterattack? Fact here before you make any judgments.
Okay.
Sauerkraut was renamed Liberty Cabbage by Americans during World War I.
Sure.
In their denunciation of all things German, some Americans actually kicked Datsuns.
Are the little dogs?
Yeah. Little German dogs, just give them a kicking. Because they were German. Or they arrived from Germany. I don't know if they got to like a small sort of French village and just said, bring out your Dachshunds. Why, what are you going to do to them? Nothing. Give them a little bit of food or something. You're not going to kick them, are you? No, I've heard about you, mate.
Give them a bit of food
just bring out a little sausage dog. You say it aggressively.
You said that aggressively. Like
well, no, bring out the little sausage dog. Okay.
Well, you're not going to hurt it, though.
Of course I'm not.
If you hurt it now, it's like it's against the Geneva Convention.
I'm not going to kick it.
Well, I didn't even bring up kicking. I didn't even mention kicking, so why have you done that? That's...
I don't know.
Well, I haven't got a Datsun.
Oh.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah. Sorry.
That thing down my trousers is just a baguette.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Carl? Do you remember
Dynamite
that?
fact.
Baguettes were invented by Napoleon so he could carry him down his leg.
We just find there's one more here that I thought might... I know that there's a lot of those kind of amusing laws and stuff, antiquated laws and that on the web and things. But again, it's Asimov. I'm thinking it's true. City Ordinance number 352 in Pacific Grove, California, makes it a misdemeanor to kill or threaten a butterfly.
Threaten?
Yeah, you can't even threaten a butterfly.
So if it goes...
Don't even look at it aggressively.
Yeah, butterfly comes down, I go, what are you looking at? I go, nothing.
Yeah.
He goes, Judge! What?
Yeah.
Looking at me with a net.
I wasn't doing anything,
I'm fishing.
But the thing about that is, a lot of the kind of, sort of the wilder butterflies from the wrong side of the tracks, they're just going to take advantage of it. They're going to cruise around, they're going to be playing loud music, abusing old people.
Fuck.
They're untouchable.
And they're going to go, have you got a problem with that?
Exactly. You go,
and
no.
you're going to go, no.
No, it's fine. Go about your business.
No.
Butterflies there, Rick, in California, running amok.
Yeah.
Should repeat it.
Yeah.
No, there's another one that I think you'll be a fan of. It might take me a while to find it. Maybe we should play it out.
Oh, wow, that takes us nicely. That's a lovely link. That thing about you said about playing a track.
Keep going.
This is Song for the Lovers, and I've chosen a great track here by Lloyd Cole. Oft forgotten, but a great singer-songwriter. And this is one of his best songs, I think. In fact, I think Sandy Shaw covered it in the mid-80s when she had a little bit of that resurgence. It's Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken? And it's Song for the Lovers, lovely tune. Enjoy. Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken? Actually, Lloyd Cole with his Commotions. That was done with, and I love it.
Beautiful.
Cheers.
Facts and trivia, the last one, Rick.
Go on.
This is a sobering lesson for us all.
Go on.
At the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo in 1901, President William McKinley received a line of citizens, shaking hands with each. In the line was a man with a handkerchief covering one hand. Neither of the two Secret Service men guarding the president was curious enough to take a look at what might be under the handkerchief in the hand of the man, Leon Golzgoz, an anarchist. What he had was a loaded revolver, and when the president thrust his right hand out for the shake, Zolgozd fired twice. McKinley died a week later.
So what he did there, it was outwit the might of presumably the FBI or the Secret Service by covering the gun with a handkerchief.
Clever.
That's brilliant.
It's absolute genius.
Just think how they had to explain that. And they go, how did he get close enough and shoot the president? And they go, we didn't see the gun. Why? The hanky, did he? Oh, well, you're not to blame then. Exactly. We can't compete with that sort of, didn't you think to look under the hanky?
No.
Well, probably just thought it was a hand. Of course, because that's where the hand would be. Did you not think he was probably holding a gun or something? Didn't do that. We didn't train. We didn't do hiding it with the hanky, did we? Oh, fine. If you didn't do it, then it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. But He lived, did he?
You
for a week?
son of a
The
bitch.
president lived with it for a week. Yeah.
That's because they had to go to him and they're probably shuffling around his bed going, sorry about that. Why didn't you look? How hanky did he? Oh, well, they're now in jail. Well, they were. Go on. Well, when we went into the jail to give him some bread and water, he had a hanky over his hand.
Right, yeah.
We thought nothing of it.
Sure.
And the gun, gun and he got out. See, do you remember remember the gun? Yeah. That's terrible, isn't it?
It's pathetic. No one's used that method since. I know. Because it was effective there, but you don't hear about that now.
No.
People using all kinds of elaborate methods to
Yeah.
assassinate people, poisoning their wine.
Yeah.
I think that was Rasputin. As I recall, they put some poison into his wine.
Well, they
didn't study it in history class. That's my
No,
memory of it.
If only listened
God,
to Carl last
fucked.
week, chink the glasses. That shows that they used
It's
to
pissed me
test
off.
it, didn't they? Pour a little bit from yours into mine. That means I'm not poisoning you.
But if you're thinking of murdering someone, you know,
Just
a dignitary.
with a gun.
Yeah, but let's
Pop
say
a hanky over it.
just think about that.
Just pop
handkerchief.
a hanky over it.
Oh, I don't know. Pop it inside an oven glove. And just wear that as you go to shake their hands.
Or
You know?
sooty.
Or one of those big gladiator-style pointing
Yeah.
foam hands they used to have on gladiators.
Yeah.
That was genius.
Yeah.
I'm just using this because I love the
No
breastplate.
gun in there, is there? No.
Just a big finger.
Check if you want.
Yeah.
Well, no, we won't then if you said check. Right? That's
Oh, do you know,
unlucky.
have I ever told you my method, Carl? My genius method of assassinating someone. This is brilliant. This is the ultimate crime.
Oh,
Is this the ice cube one?
Have I told it to you before?
No, but I know that.
What's
that
the
the
ice
one?
cube one?
When you
shoot an ice bullet.
you get someone round.
Rick, don't say it. Don't reveal it because it's my story to tell.
Oh,
Blabbing
there's
it
two. I know two of them.
Well, listen, let me tell you it and see if this is the one. Right, this is genius.
Blabbing
Right,
it
you
out.
rent a room across the street from the person you want to kill, right? And then when their window's open one day, right, what you've done is you've made an arrow from ice, okay? And then what you do is you train like to become a brilliant marksman with a bow and arrow.
It's an old one.
It is brilliant, but this is why it's classic. And then you shoot them with the arrow.
Then-
It goes across the street into their heart, kills them instantly. But what's brilliant is the arrow, the murder weapon, it then melts,
Yeah.
dries out. There's no murder weapon, and then you can take apart the bow. and that's fine.
Another one, Steve,
They did
is
that
to
on
stab them,
Columbo.
then take it out and walk away.
No,
Same,
because
no murder weapon.
No, but there's no, but you've got to get into the building. This is the point. You're across the street. The only thing that could get
What
you is
about
if
an
someone
arrow?
saw you shooting an arrow out
What
the
about
window.
an arrow on a string?
Arrow on a string? What are you talking about? No, not an arrow on a string, because that's not going to work. What if the string broke as you were trying to loot?
Good point, good point.
No, Rick, I
No,
thought
the
this
ice
one-
arrow is the
I
only
thought
way.
it
The
was
ice arrow
Rick,
is
it's
the
genius.
only perfect method of
It's-
assassination.
That was on Columbo.
Was it?
But there's another one. Do you know, like I was saying about the...
The murder weapon's irrelevant, Steve.
What?
The fact that it's a murder weapon that is irrelevant.
No, because
And,
there were fingerprints on it and stuff.
You're having a laugh, Rick. I defy you to win.
There's
This
no
fucking
fingerprints on
thing
the
and it's
bullet when
two
it goes
goes.
through
Why
your
does
head
that
at
get two
12,000
goes?
But they can
miles
trace
an
it to
hour.
the same gun, can't they? They can figure that out.
Throw the gun away.
I
No, but
demand
they'll find the gun.
answers.
They always find the gun.
Burn
I've
it.
seen No, you can't burn a gun. Rick, my point is...
Melt it.
No, the point is his fingerprints and stuff.
Well, no, wipe it.
Ricky, never
Wear
try and kill
gloves.
someone.
Wear gloves.
They'll catch up with you.
Ah, it's
Always
blessed.
Will they? Oh, I won't then.
The ice arrow is the only way.
No,
The ice arrow
I
is
bet that was the
only-
one case that Columbo didn't solve.
That's one of them. The other one is, do you know I was saying the other week about the drinks and you chink your glasses and stuff?
Yeah.
A way around that, put the poison in the ice cube. You quickly have a swig before it's melted.
Before it's
and they'll
melted.
go, that's alright, I can drink that, it's not dangerous. Just say, oh, hang on, I'll show you some pictures or something. Let the ice cube melt, the poison goes in the drink, say, oh, knock that back.
Yeah.
You look thirsty. They'll have it, they'll die.
Genius.
That is good.
Carl, you and I, man, we're like criminal masterminds.
Yeah.
All
What
right?
happens when they find the poison in the body and go, well, he was at Carl's house drinking, it might have been...
You'd have legged it.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have been off with his missus and like £30,000 or whatever it was.
Ah, just kill me. I'm not going to be able to beat
So
the
that's
next
perfect as well.
fucking
That is
thing
a perfect
anyway.
crime.
So it's, hold on, are all perfect
You
crimes still bad?
assholes.
Pretty much.
Hope you're all happy with yourselves. Hope you're all happy.
Roots, maneuver, witness.
Y'all doing a hell of a job.
Talking earlier about people who use Americanisms, like they've used it all their life, and it's our pet hate, isn't it? Really, like just people who say, "I was DJ." Look, you know, risk of sounding a little bit, you know, but
George has got upset.
Never heard that.
but don't say but.
Yeah, well,
it'll be a blessing if I die now, please. Please kill me. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've never... What? I'll tell you what almost annoys me almost as much as that. There was a guy I used to know who'd pretend, and this guy was like, he'd never done anything wrong in his life. He had no street cred whatsoever. And I was driving along with him once, back from somewhere, and a police car just pulled out and was just following us along the road, because police cars sometimes do. Not following us, just happened to be driving in the same direction. And he went, mate, up the pigs, watching it. like what? I was supposed to think, what, you've done some crime? Yeah. You're part of Grand Theft Auto 3, and I better be careful, because you've got some knocked out off gear in the back.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The bloody pigs.
Or a dead,
just play it cool,
a made man that you just
crap.
I just was so annoyed with
Try
that,
again.
pretending to have street cred.
That's annoying.
I remember once.
I thought that was a pretty decent run.
We were all about 13 and 14, and he was just.
Obviously,
he was
wasn't
he
enough.
Had to be his friend, and it was like people vying for his attention because he was sort of.
It didn't help losing the jester.
And, he was like good at sports. Straight.
That was a bit shit.
It's just great. And I remember someone saying like tube, a toothpaste, and he laughed, said tube. I go, well, what is it? They said it's tube.
It almost.
Tube.
Oh, there you go. It's random. I was thinking it'd be cool to be able to
tube, right? And I went.
Make it give me the bounty hunter somehow.
He went, and they sort of looked at me.
I haven't got to play with it yet.
I said, no, I say, let me think. No, I say two. Oh.
When you're a kid, like, any American you ever meet is the coolest thing. It doesn't matter if it's a huge fat bloke wearing Bermuda shorts and a camera on his neck. It's cool because they speak with an American accent.
Well, that is cool.
And they say
being a huge fat bloke in Bermuda shorts is cool. Sure. Yeah.
That's what you keep telling yourself.
Yeah.
I'm growing into that look, says Rick. 41.
The Canadian tourist look.
Absolutely. But no, so anything, sidewalk.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could say, like when I was sort of 14, if I could have said sidewalk, fender, I always wanted to go into a sandwich shop and just order something on rye.
I want to be one of those 80-year-old sort of Yiddish blokes. Those
arriving in a hospital.
Jewish guys.
Heroes plus 10% HP, minus 1 stress.
Like Walter Matthau talks.
Right,
I want to grow into that, a long coat, and I go, ish.
Oy vey.
Yeah, maybe I'll start.
Yeah, well, convert to Judaism initially.
Yeah.
Be your first protocol, and then just tour the vaudevillian, circuit.
Yeah.
In the Catskills.
What am I, some kind of schmuck?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What do you, Carl? Would you like to be American?
No, not at all.
Really?
Got me nerves. When I was in
Get on me nerves.
A whole nation there. Reduced.
When I was in Barbados at Christmas.
Oh, name dropping.
Right. Yeah. There's loads of them there because that's.
Was that when you were doing a bit of extra sort of waiting? you were sort of your girlfriend was cleaning rooms, wasn't she?
Went there for Christmas, and there's loads of them there because that's like really close to America. That's like Blackpool is to Manchester type.
It's exactly like that.
Yep.
So that's the analogy a lot of Americans use.
So,
but I think they call it the tropical Blackpool.
But they were going on.
That's only all the brochures, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And serious now, but
yeah,
we were going on about the September 11th thing.
Yeah.
But they call it the. Of course, this is American. Of course,
brilliant.
The 9/11.
9/11. Really? Oh, that's awful. That is. So it's like people who say 24/7.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
Americans
working my
say
ass
that.
off 24/7.
Well, Americans that say that. Well, they're allowed though.
Oh, Americans are.
Yeah.
I'm talking about an English person who might say it.
Yeah.
Fool. Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Do that American accent again?
Yeah, of course. The 9/11.
Where are you from?
What? Can we
Which part of America is that?
That's how they sounded in Barbados.
Sure. But
Can you do any other impression?
But Carl doesn't. I very much doubt that Carl likes newfangled countries like America.
Yeah.
He doesn't like London.
No, true.
So he's not going to.
Have you been to America?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Florida. No, they got me again.
Got on your nerves?
Yeah. Went for some food.
Yeah.
And it was the last few days. I didn't take much money with me, and we were in Florida, and we were hungry, and we went for some steak, and we had our dinner and that, and I think it's their equivalent to the Angus Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Right. And sat down, had the steak, and it's huge, big portions. But anyway, we didn't have much money left, and we had like another 2 days left, so we didn't leave. We didn't have much money for a tip. Do you know over there they expect it?
Yeah, a big tip, yeah.
So we left what we could, and I don't know what it was. It might have only been the equivalent to 60 pence.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to do that much. We didn't have loads of courses because we didn't have much money. So he brought us like the main course, and I don't know, a couple of Diet Cokes. And anyway, left them the 60p.
Yeah.
On the way out, and it comes running over. Excuse me, sir, you can have this back. Because it wasn't enough. I mean,
yeah,
it's outrageous.
What did you say?
I said, all right then.
Yeah.
Well, I needed it. I mean, I thought it was nice to leave them something, but obviously it wasn't enough, so got us a couple of more.
Is it good fun with you on holiday? I mean, do you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Do people go with you on holiday?
I get bored after about 4 days.
You surprise me.
What do you expect out of a holiday, Carl? What do you go for?
Soak up some of the culture.
Yeah.
You liar.
What did you learn about Barbados while you were there?
A lot of crabs on the beach.
I just imagine him sitting there with his knotted hanky on his head.
Gee, it really does get tougher after doing that first one. Enemies get more ordainment.
I like that.
That thing I was just reading about. So they get harder for each what's it called? Each confession. And then on top of that, it's harder because we have to kill the lair boss as well.
We are almost finished.
Just a couple of great tracks.
Had a few laughs.
Maybe we've had a few laughs.
Just having a laugh.
Yeah, you have.
How am I supposed to do such things?
Well,
Ranged.
that's just 2 hours work on one long stretch.
Yeah.
I reckon we could do a 3-hour show now.
No.
No?
No.
Skin of the teeth sort of just...
We barely got away with this.
Really?
This is beginning to fall apart now.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, we've had a
fun,
good time. We've had a few laughs.
I just think the Carl on the beach. He said he started winding the crabs up because he got bored. He started throwing sand at them.
Lair boss isn't too bad depending on which one you do.
Experiment.
Yeah, I guess.
California, you weren't aggravating.
It's just another hurdle, really. You know, you go to three waves, and then the last one.
In California. In the day,
I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, if you got a good build, but
and then the rain comes down. It's freaky.
Is that every single day, Carl, or was that just the week you were there?
Every day. I was there for about a week. It happened every day.
So as far as you're concerned, that happens all year round.
Yeah, good thing.
So what you're saying is if people are booking a holiday, they should be conscious of this, because it will always happen.
Californian tourist.
That's
I think
fact.
It does. I think it does.
But why did you start throwing sand at crabs, by the way?
Just because you get bored on the beach. You sat there. You look around. And then I saw these crabs, and I was watching the way they move around. And what they
funny,
do,
isn't it?
Sort of
Does that annoy you, the way they moved?
No, I mean, it works for them.
Good of you.
But it was just what I was weighing up is they're quite close to the sea, so I was watching the sea come.
They like it close to the sea, don't they?
Yeah, but they don't like it too close.
No.
So like the sea was coming close to them, they'd run towards me.
Yeah.
So as the sea came in to them, I was chucking sand the other way, and it was like, ooh.
They didn't know what to do.
They didn't know where to go.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did that keep you occupied for?
The last 3 days I was there.
Have you ever seen, I don't know if I've described this before, do you remember a classic Paul Daniels episode where Paul is having tea with some baboons, I think, chimps, full circle, and he's got a little box, and inside the box is a mirror, and he gives it to the chimp, and it looks in the box, and it's confused by its own reflection, it can't figure it out, so it's looking behind the box, trying to figure out, is there another monkey behind it?
Yeah.
It goes on like that, it's dazed and confused, it was there for weeks, just staring into it. I imagine you're a bit like that on the beach with the crabs.
Yeah, that's great.
I think that's my analogy.
Paul
Daniels chimps.
I kept a crab once for a week when we went to Bognor. It was me, my mum, and my nan in an.
Party time! Oh man, alive!
Look, you haven't lived until you've woken up to the sound at 3 o'clock in the morning of your nan having a wee in a tin bucket and echoing round a caravan.
Man alive!
Yeah, I was about 9.
You'd brought a chick back.
I was about 9, right? And I just kept a crab in a first day I found
in the bucket.
In a. I don't know where it came from. No, I found it on the beach and I brought it back and I kept it in a little bowl in the sink. And then the last day, it started to smell a bit. And then the last day, Mum said, "Go and put it back." And I went and put it back. So I had a pet crab for a week.
And did it die? What happened to it?
No, it just got bored.
Sure.
It didn't do a lot.
Did it start throwing sand at you?
Oh
Listen, I think we better play some music because we've got a few songs to squeeze in. I just wanted to play a track. I was watching MTV the other day, and I was a bit confused.
Yeah, so was I like that.
Because I saw a video for the Electric Soft Parade's Silent to the Dark, but it was called Silent to the Dark 2, but it was the same song. It sounds like they've redone it. The video is different to the old video. I was very confused. Hopefully someone will phone in and solve it for me. Anyway, this is the original Silent to the Dark. Still a good track. Let's hear it, Carl. Silent to the Dark, the debut single by the Electric Soft Parade.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very good choice there.
Apparently discovered by XFM, is that right, Carl?
Yeah, sent a tape into Claire Sturgis.
You see?
Big time now.
What she did
Although I guess I could use him for it.
£5 starter bag of skag.
Exactly. Oh,
and the rest is history. Well, I've enjoyed myself.
I have.
But can I just say, we don't just like, you know, muck around and do stupid things and play great music. We're also informative. And I'm going to leave London with this tip that Carl, for no reason, just told me. Do you want to do it, Carl, or shall I tell him what you just said?
Rick, we haven't got much time. You better explain it.
Okay. If you go, he said, you've been on the Millennium Wheel. I went, no. He went, well, if you do, here's a tip. Go when there's lots of disabled people on there. And I was up for it. I went, why? He went, you get more for your money. Because they have to keep stopping and letting them off. You get an extra 6 minutes. Alright?
Good, solid advice if you're
So
maybe
do
going to
that
go
then.
there today or tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks.
Song for the ladies, Rick. I'll leave you with Lamb Chop. A lot of people aren't a fan of Lamb Chop for some reason. They don't like the way he sings, but this is a beautiful song.
That's the reason.
Up with people. See ya.
Bye.
Weakening curse. Target when damaged.
White Stripes, fell in love with a girl, XFM 104.9, 1:05 of a Saturday, that's what DJs say.
Of a Saturday, yeah.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
a Saturday.
Fast approaching.
Yeah, time fast approaching 1:10 past 1. What do you mean it's fast approaching? What's it speeding up, is it? Time's speeding up as it gets towards 10 past 2. Shut up.
Ricky Gervais, obviously.
With him, Steve Merchant.
Yeah, and Carl
Let's
Pilkington.
not forget Carl P, the K-Man.
He's growing on people now.
Love him. People love
People was thinking, oh God, he's too much. Now going, they love him. Like, same as you. I mean, they still think you talk a little bit too much. But I mean, they love Carl. You know, but I shouldn't say that.
Do you have much on for the weekend, man?
Confidence.
Exactly.
Pretty.
You know, yeah.
No,
hopefully you got a bit of a chill one, so you can darkest dungeon it up.
Because I'm looking on the internet here, on the website for XFM.
Yeah.
Because I was, well, partly bored, but also I was looking on there the other day.
That's nothing I said, though, was it?
No.
Right.
No. And there were some people commenting on the show.
Yeah.
And one person on there, I'm trying to find it, I don't want to misquote them.
Yeah.
Basically, as far as I remember, they said that we knew even less about the music than the DJs that are on in the week.
Right. I think that is scientifically impossible.
Yeah.
So they've embarrassed themselves.
Exactly.
I think it's impossible.
You can't know less than the people that are on
I
the
don't
week.
think so.
It's just.
I mean,
it's like trying to multiply 0. You just end up with 0. It doesn't make sense.
I checked with Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge.
Fucking better be. Got Barley coming. Oh, true. When do you go there?
That's really
Such
annoying.
me times I can get.
We do know what we're talking about. Because we don't read the back of the CD box.
No, play the list we're given with the 9
That's,
CDs
when's that? Is
on
it
the playlist every
4
month.
weeks or so?
The car's looking at me like he's thinking, oh no, we're having a go.
You've given away the magic.
Well, next set. Shit.
You get
Okay.
pieces of paper here, and they've got little bits of details. So, for instance, White Stripes. This is the next.
What are you going to do with little Ted?
Now it sounds like we know about the music. We read that off a piece of paper.
Exactly. Whereas when we say about music and we're wrong, at least because we didn't know.
Exactly.
See?
Don't criticize.
Yeah.
Look at the All Stars. The old.
So, can I don't want to criticise there, but if I was listening and I'd enjoyed that track and I wanted to know what it was, I wouldn't have understood what you just said.
Really?
Could you just say that again?
Low Fidelity All Stars.
Yeah, Low Fidelity, because you went Low Fidelity.
I was doing I was doing me DJ.
No, it's just you didn't open
Lazy.
your mouth wide
I
enough.
can't be bothered.
No, sure.
It takes too much. Look, listen to him crinchling his little crinchling.
You're not crinchling.
You're not
We booked a vet nurse to stay at our place. She has to go to work.
I bet you're one of those people in cinemas that think you're being really
She still has to go to
quiet
work,
in a
so he'll
bag
be
of
on his own
crisps,
for 8 hours,
aren't you?
or most of the
Do you know
days.
cinemas?
For most of the days. At least be in his own house and have someone with him. Yeah, that's awesome.
Carl.
What's an entertaining evening for you?
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't ask for much better, man. Get a bloody vet there.
Your hobbies, for instance.
Might get a video out from prime time.
Right. What would you enjoy that, or would it just be a chore for you?
No, I think things like that.
You really hate doing that.
That's when you really switch off and you forget all your problems and stuff.
Why, you haven't got any
You
problems?
haven't got any problems, Carl.
You don't know that. I put on a face when I'm with you.
You wear a mask. Are you crying inside,
This
Carl?
is you being the happiest you can be. You're like a clown, aren't you? Oh,
Do you think I'm like a hard, miserable man?
Pretty weird someone staying in your house, yeah. And she
I
didn't
think you're
exactly win me over when we met. Oh, really? Yeah. She likes animals, that's the main thing.
You're the best.
Can you watch it?
Well,
I always, when it gets that bit where they're carrying him through the village and messing about with his head.
Do you know, this is true. My dad watched that once, and we were watching it. My mum and my sister and that were all quite moved by it, almost reduced to tears, thinking it was a wonderful example of man's inhumanity to man and all that thing.
Yeah.
And my dad just went, "Wouldn't he make an amazing novelty rucksack?" And it cheapened the film for me, and I've never had this sort of.
Steve was thinking he's not that ugly.
Ooh. Blimey, here we go. We were laughing at Carl. Can we focus on one person at a time, Rick, please? Let's destroy him first.
Oh God! Tell him what you said to me when that record was playing about the Jaffa Cakes. He bought some Jaffa Cakes, which was lovely. He went across the road and he handed out the Jaffa Cakes. And then I went, "Oh, thanks very much." And then what did you say?
I just remember learning at school. I'm not like making fun of the illness because it's not funny, but they cure cancer.
Jaffa Cakes cure cancer.
Not like fully.
Right. They just go some way to helping.
Yeah. Do you know it'll sort of
In before she steals all my art and biscuits.
get one of those Jaffa Cakes.
Right.
Sort of puts a bit of stop to it if you haven't got it. Do you know,
Yeah,
it's like
true.
vitamin
Goes through all your good shit.
Confirm that.
I can't. I actually can't cope. You're just play a record. Play a record.
Can I just, if anyone has ever survived cancer thanks to Jaffa Cakes, please call in.
No, but I didn't.
Well, at least if that magpie shows up, she'll know how to deal with it. Or
And
know
then he
someone who
read-
does.
He tried to read it. He said, "I wonder if it's." And he tried to read out this scientific name.
So how long are you going for? Is it a week, is it?
That's my
So
favourite
just
one of
like Saturday to Saturday?
Really, really good. Yeah.
Because I always had a problem with Gomez before, because it always sounded like they were trying to sound like these world-weary Tom Waits style gravelly voice guys.
And they were 20.
And they were like 14, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's great. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well done, well done, boys.
Yeah, well
A week,
done.
yeah. Oh, it's alright.
He gives it thumbs up.
Oh dear. Can I play an Elvis Costello track?
You know, I'd love to bloody hear some Elvis Costello.
It's-
Saying that.
Well, you know why? Because we met him and he's a lovely man.
We did meet him, yeah.
And I
Without
just-
wishing to show off.
I remembered all the great songs he's ever done. I didn't like his spoken word too much, and some of his later projects I thought were a little. But
Yeah, exactly,
his
man.
Songs from 1978 to about 19.
You'll be out there
Great.
chilling, playing some thing.
Oh, I wasn't. Well, I wasn't doing that.
No, I
I'm talking about
We won
Switch
an award.
something Switch exclusively true, man. You got it all set up, ready to go.
Give us award, please.
Oh God.
Oh, not enough
dear.
room in my house.
Oh dear, we've only got two.
Yeah,
And we haven't got one of those. That one was the BBC, so he's got a lot of room in his house. And I've got the other one. He let me have it, so he's got no award.
Put us.
at all.
Can I?
You can borrow it.
Can I?
Mum booked us tickets for the water park, by the way. Is that meant to be a good thing?
I spoke to him.
Yeah, but he's a lovely bloke. He's a really nice guy. But he said to me,
You're as bad as me. I fucking hate the water, bro. Everyone loves it. I can't stand it.
Like, why have you said that? Why have you brought that up? It was, I felt so
I hate
guilty.
the ocean.
Oh,
I hate
I
the
so
pool.
wanted to
But why is it
apologise.
this?
I'm sorry.
Hate it all.
I don't know why I said it.
We
I don't know
know.
why I said it.
Do we think? No, it's different for me.
Exactly. 'Cause we're in the business.
I do a new twist on.
It's
I don't
all
believe
going
it,
the
and you go,
right.
You know, that's the best I don't believe it twist I've ever heard.
I don't know.
Oh god.
Why did
I
you?
was
Oh, you
so-
didn't tell me that.
I know. I felt ashamed. I felt really
Oh
ashamed.
no.
I was a little bit drunk. I wasn't
Oh.
thinking straight.
Oh,
It was so
no.
embarrassing.
Good,
A friend
good.
of mine who said-
I was worried about. I
It
was
was
worried
some-
about that.
it was sport-
Everyone take it on down the slide.
Formula 1 racing or something like that. And he was like, there's a commentator. And he's got to keep talking all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Oh my god. I'm just visualizing it.
And it cut to Wilson in the audience, and he went,
I'd like to hear that. There's not a sentence that sums you up less than that. And me too, to be honest. Leave Ted home, I know. Like, me too, man. I feel like I want to tell them all. Okay, with a stranger name. You're all flying to another country. Yeah, exactly. To watch a trailer with me for a week. Yeah, that's right. Everyone, get your phones. We're heading in. Everyone got the app? Oh god. Yeah, man. And the thing is, like, that's just like, you know, people are supposed to like that sort of stuff. Like, you know, people love that. You know, they save a full year. Oh, it's gonna be so good to be outside in the water. Oh, awful. It's like the people in Alone, man. Like the dude there, he's like, oh, the sun, it's so beautiful, it's great out here. And every time I watch it, I'm just like, it looks fucking miserable. Like, you look cold. Awful. I know, and that's fine, but they know I don't, so it forces me. Exactly. It's, you know, I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the bar later. For now, I'll just amuse myself. Yeah. Are you gonna do anything for your 40th birthday? I'm not gonna do anything, I don't think. I think I might lock myself away for a week, like in my room, and maybe I'll get like a bee or something. But I think that's about it. Considering going to Scotland, oh hell yeah, man! Somewhere very remote in the snow, yeah, that'd be fucking sick. That'd be a good trip. I was thinking of going to Japan, because Dean's going around that time. I was like, oh yeah, that'd be alright. But I don't think I can afford it anyway. So I think I might just chill here and tell people I'm going away. Because I definitely don't want any attendance or I don't want anything. I don't want any fanfare. I want no fanfare.
He couldn't remember his name or the character.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And there's one foot in the grave.
Oh dear.
That'd be brilliant. And there's the office.
I don't.
Brilliant.
What you're putting us?
But yeah, I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest.
10 years, you're putting us alongside.
Birthdays get shitter each year, I think.
It beat us in the comedy awards.
No, I'm just saying that you're identifiable.
Like, I'm at the point, I don't even want a text or anything. I just want it to be a normal day. Don't remind me. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Let it go.
On anything we've said so far.
Well, I'd like to play Red Shoes.
Are we ready for that?
What? Declan McManus. He was a big band leader in the 50s, I think, wasn't he? Oh no, there's so much to do with that.
Good, so we're catering there to the audience listening who are 50 and above. Well, I don't, and I'm the target audience.
I'm a secret lemonade drinker. White's lemonade. You must remember that.
Never.
Oh, those chimps that drink tea. Oh, once right in school, we had a French dictionary, and you know, ice cold coke on the back of my throat, singing hello summertime, it's the real thing. Remember that?
No.
Oh, you know. We translated that into French.
Is that the end of that story?
Yeah.
That's the end of the story.
But I know it in French.
Do it.
But it doesn't make sense. We just literally did the word.
Go on, let me hear it. I can't believe you remember this.
Tres fois, coke, sur le derrière, mon gauche, chante, bonjour, estival, jump, celebrate.
That's the only French you know, isn't it?
It's not even French. We just did it word for word.
See it as a year closer to retirement. Yeah, that's a good one.
Can you quote anything else? Is there anything else you can quote other than that?
Yeah, if I had a firm retirement date, I'd probably do the same.
No?
Nothing.
But I've got a void, Mike, so
I don't just mean French, I mean anything. English.
for me it's just another notch.
Like what?
Whatever you remember.
Even if it's not firm. True, it's another year, I guess, isn't it?
What do you want?
Really came.
What?
Yeah, it's a year closer. Yeah, well, I guess you're right.
What then? What should I know?
The Wind Hover by Gerald Manley Hopkins. Oh, you can't do that one. I caught this morning's morning minion, Kingdom of Daylight, still think
No
that
record.
Dawn Falcon and his riding of the
Hold
High
on,
Wind.
no. We haven't done Carl yet.
Wait a minute, K-Man. Anything you can remember from school that you learned that you had to maybe memorise? Not necessarily French.
Anything you can remember. This can be anything you remember from school, apart from the orange stuff stops cancer.
It's not the cough that carries you off, it's the coffin to carry you off in.
Beatles, Revolution. Was that clear?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah, good. We got to speed this up because we know it's funny because our first link when we had to go at like the library and the playlist, when we played the record, Carl went, you usually do it at the end when you've run out of stuff.
Yes. What's left of it?
So we started with what's usually our worst
So,
material.
is your 40th... It's next year, right? It's not this year, it's the next year, because you're 84, right?
It's Carl's beautiful naivety and, could I say it, Carl, in the nicest way, stupidity
Yes.
that are keeping the listeners...
I wouldn't class it as stupid.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking, mate. Of course you're not stupid. Everyone knows you're not stupid. You're sincere, and that can sometimes be, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm 1 year older.
Definitely. Rather like a scientist learns more.
I don't want
like
the hero shrine there.
Mice.
No, but I've learned from you about ants and stuff. I think every week.
Oh, they can all get stuffed. Next year, yep, nice.
And can I just clarify?
Yeah.
You weren't raised as an experiment and then you escaped from the laboratory. You had regular upbringing in Manchester now.
Yeah, so I'm a year ahead. Haha, sucked in, I'm gonna die first.
No need.
Yes.
Really? Is that true? Where'd you used to go?
Your face. Unlucky.
And you didn't go to school much.
No, I did, but not as much as anyone else.
No.
How many holidays were your parents having? What was their income that they could?
Fucking guy fell me funeral, it's alright. I'll put in an exemption for you.
It used to be 4 on and 4 off, so me and Alan would be like,
Port Maddox. Right.
Oh, so that's cleared up for me.
Yeah,
location-wise.
So what did you do then? You were in this little two-berth caravan on the back of a Cortina estate.
I like George's approach. He goes, you've got, you know, if they are alive, they've got, you know, the universe at their disposal. They're not going to be sitting there going, oh, gee, I can't believe Jerry didn't show off.
Down there.
And he's totally right.
What was it? What was Port Meredith? Port Maddox.
Remember Ruth?
Oh yeah.
holiday camp
Yeah.
and an arcade and a beach.
Yeah.
But, so of the 52 weeks of the year, let's assume, I don't know how many weeks you take off normally for holidays anyway. Let's say, I don't know, you go to school 45 weeks of the year maybe? Generally, most kids?
But less than that.
How many weeks would you say
I'm
you
going to
actually
start
take
with...
Well, how many weeks do you have off for summer?
Well, we'll work that out.
About 6 off for summer, about 3 for Easter, about 3 for Christmas.
Right.
So there was there more than was in Manchester.
Did they not? Did the school authority not come and check them? In Manchester, but they didn't care.
No, lucky you turned up at all. Or was it just turn up for the last day and take the best boy? Did you know that, or you could take it any game?
Just play with everyone else. Well, enjoy cars.
Sure.
Yeah. No, it's a good
Well, this
point.
answers a lot. This does answer a lot. The fact that you spend most of your time on the beach. So you were teaching them a lesson by going off in the summer. Yeah. And did you go to university?
No.
Did you go to sixth form or college?
No.
When did you leave school?
When I was about.
What? You just went on holiday and didn't come back?
I just got a job early, didn't I?
Where was it? Port Maddox?
No, I was a printer. BM Print in Trafford Town.
Well, that's great. That's a little interview there.
Yeah, little
Next, I'll be interviewing Steve Merchant. What are we playing next?
Elbow.
This is fantastic. This is Elbow.
Come on, I want to try this ability out. Don't hit him. Excellent.
Elbow, Sleep in the Back. I think that is absolutely beautiful. I think Elbow are my favourite new group.
We've sang their praises many times and they never phoned to thank us.
Ooh, that's a big hit.
No, they're doing a good job there. I wonder if they found their lyrics. Because I also wanted to write a song for them, didn't I? They didn't take me up on that either, Steve.
I'm not sure I'm so keen on them. Carl, can I have a Jaffa cake? Because I've just found a lump.
I think you don't mean me, do you?
No.
All right, good.
Thanks.
Now we interviewed Carl there. I think we've learned a little bit more about Carl there.
We did, yeah.
And I'm going to interview Steve now, Carl, because I used to be. You concentrating? Don't put it all in at once.
Carl, chew. Chew before you swallow. Careful.
Right.
I used to suffer with that a lot.
What? Not chewing.
The amount of time
What? Forgetting to chew.
choking.
Sure. Drinking them with water.
So you have to hide them.
He's coming out of his shell, isn't he? He's happy Saturdays. He's miserable all week, and he's happy Saturdays, isn't he? Oh, look at him. It's like we get him weekends.
Yeah.
And he's just happy because we sort of spoil him, don't we? And he has Jaffa cakes and everything. We let him on the radio.
Go and live with his stepmother during the week.
Oh no. Oh, really?
Your girlfriend does, doesn't she? I imagine.
She's been away for ages.
I know.
I imagine she just switches off after a while.
But we love you, don't you? We're excited. We talk about you in the week, and we think you're great. So don't just think we're using you as
cheap comedy material. I hate you to think that, Carl.
Right, no, I'm going to interview Steve. You know, because I used to be a chat show host. Well, I am a chat show host. Well, did you see me at Ricky Gervais?
No. I worked on it and I didn't watch it. No one watched it.
That's terrible.
No one watched it.
What do you think, Carl?
I loved it.
See?
Are you thinking of Parkinson?
And I didn't know Ricky then, so I'm being fair.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to interview Steve Merchant now.
Okay.
Live on air, XFM 104.9. We should say that more often.
Yes. Ricky Gervais.
Because they might tune and I think they've got a hospital radio by mistake. Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah. Okay, Steve Merchant. Great to be here. Hi. Now, you're a very tall man, if I might say. You're 6'7", aren't you?
Yes.
Was that a bit of a problem at school?
Well, yeah, a few jokes here and there.
Yeah,
a bit of gentle ribbing, but nothing too problematic.
What's the weather like up there?
Well, exactly.
Skinny, all that sort of thing. Oh, you're lanky.
Yeah,
oh dear. And what about the glasses?
Well, I wear glasses, but again, that wouldn't be a problem, you know.
They didn't call you Four Eyes or anything. They didn't call you Four Eyes Freaky Lank thing. They didn't call you Freak Pot. Freaky the Freakish.
All right,
Gift. Four Eyes Gift. What? I'm just saying, they didn't do that. That's an interview. I'm not sure that.
Gimp. Four-eyed git.
University. There were you called Freaky, Freak-eyed, Four-eyed Git? Are you sure?
God.
Were you called Freaky, Lanky, Four-eyed, Stupid Head, Boggle-eyed, Freak Face, Fish Face?
Is your chat show coming back? Is this what you? I don't know what you said.
Is your chat show coming back?
Yeah.
That bloke off Grange.
Well, the problem was they'd either heard of me or they hadn't. Either way, they didn't want to.
It was a problem.
Yeah, it was a problem.
Who would you say was the biggest name you had?
They're all dead now.
Okay.
Probably the youngest one survived. I think Penny Smith is still with us.
Right.
Yeah. Biggest name?
You had Savile.
Savile.
You had Daniels, Paul.
Yeah, Paul Daniels. Yeah.
They finally come to take you away then.
Oh, brilliant.
Guilty. He's the boss.
Oh,
give us a job.
I've already got one reprobate, thanks very much.
Give me the perv and the Og monster.
Oh, bloody hell.
Look at him!
Like up there. Parents put you in a grow bag when you were little, did they?
That's old.
Let's got ourselves a big lanky goggle like
Calm down, mate. There's no I was joining in, you fatties.
No, I was joining in with what?
No, I don't have a go at you.
Brilliant.
From the age of 5. So that's a bit bulbous. So don't just... I mean, I can call you like whale man.
They were cracked boys.
I'm calling myself the Mong boy.
Well, I don't either. I call myself the Og monster.
I'm not going to call you the Og monster.
Well, that's my name, isn't
No,
it?
it's not. What's your real name?
Nathan.
Good name. Yes. Who's Nathan?
I didn't call you face. I was like, what?
Is it? Oh, brilliant. It's a good name. Is it? Brilliant. Annoying. Condition blocked. They need to have... Oh, he's not... Yeah, okay. He's not under 33. Bit of a combo.
Yeah.
But which was the biggest name would you say that you had on the show from the 1970s?
Peter Purvis.
Peter Purvis, of course.
He was a joy.
No,
yeah.
but
so that's just.
But it's not coming back though. That show. We're not.
No, not in that form. The Channel 4 wanted to see some changes.
What sort of changes?
Ratings.
Right.
Now I'm going to play a lovely track. Thanks, Steve Merchant.
Thank you.
I'm going to play a lovely track by Elvis Costello. I think one of his first hits, maybe even his first hit back in the 70s. This is Red Shoes. Zinger meets Spray, apparently. I've never heard of them.
No.
Sounds good. It's spelt Spry, though, but Carl reckons it's Spray. Song 2, a cover of Blur's Song 2.
Yes.
You wouldn't recognise it,
In
would
a
you?
dub version? No.
In an old school reggae dub style.
Nice. Big 'em up.
Yeah, all that. Oh, we know all that. We
All the wording.
Yeah. Oh, we know all that. Yeah. So yeah, that was quite interesting. I quite like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Filled up 3 minutes.
Before that, Elvis Costello, Red Shoes.
Lovely.
What a great song.
Debut, was it? Debut single?
I think so. It's the first one I remember of his, but you
We'll
know,
probably give Elvis a call, won't we, and chat to him about it.
Yeah.
He's a pal now.
Yeah. Yeah. The celebrity.
Yes.
lifestyle.
You what? Because you told me something else about your celebrity world that I thought might be of interest for the listeners. I don't know if you're happy to mention it.
What?
Your forthcoming TV appearance.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What
I've
is
been
it?
invited. I don't usually do these things,
Yeah.
but I sort of quite like the show. I've watched it for a while, so I'm at Room 101.
Have you seen this, Carl? Do you know that show?
You don't like it?
Is it still Nick Hancock as well?
No.
Who is it?
Paul Merton.
Oh, is he still around? I've seen him for ages.
He's probably going to be a great pal of mine come Tuesday.
No, it's, I mean, that doesn't make any difference.
No.
Have you got all the channels tuned in right on your TV? Paul Merton's a huge star. He's on all the time.
Yeah.
No, is he heck?
Yeah, he's on there. Have I got news for you and all the rest of it?
Yeah.
What's the rest of it?
Well, anyway, look. Room 101 is the show.
Room 101
is the show where you put in the things you hate in this imaginary room.
And I thought I'd do it because it's just a laugh, because, you know, they let you speak and it seems like a bit of fun.
What are you going to put in there?
Oh, I'll ruin it, won't I, for all the listeners?
Oh, right, yeah. Switch off now if you don't want to hear what Ricky Gervais is going to put in Room 101.
I don't know, just things that irritate me. Like, I don't know, I'm putting in noisy people who make unnecessary noise, for one thing. Like, Right.
Can I just stop you there for just 1 second?
You know what you're going to say.
No. I was just going to think. I was just thinking. Just wonder if there's a little case there of the pot calling the kettle black, because you are the most annoying man ever in the history of all things.
Trying to decide if I progress the Act 2 biome 1 layer. Probably going to lose these memories anyway, so tempted to YOLO. Yeah.
Throw things at the back of your head. Even he was not as irritating as you are.
Really?
Yeah, YOLO it, man.
A plastic spoon now.
Well, what's good is that?
It's annoying.
Yeah, I know, but
it's just, you're so irritating. You're always making the little noises, just little sounds all the time. we were working yesterday. Right? And I was typing this, and he had an elastic band between his teeth. Right? I don't know how he got. You know how he just seems to end up with an elastic band between his teeth, right? And he was flicking it, so it was making a noise, boom, 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 boom. What were you saying? You were just going, the rain on Spain, mainly on the plane.
The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plane.
Just kept doing that, right? Repetitively. Yeah. I eventually, I said, what are you doing? What are you up to? He went, oh, sorry. Tried to wrap the elastic band round his face, right? It flipped up, hit him in the nose. Right, he screamed, because that hurt, obviously, it came quite tight. Then he said to me, if I can flip this elastic band and hit your glasses, right, not your face, but if I can hit your glasses, can I flip the elastic band at you? I went, well, how am I going to find out if you can? You might hit my face. He went, well, why don't you cover up the skin on your face, your nose and everything, with some paper?
Which he did.
Yeah, just to keep you happy.
Yeah.
And then he flicked it at me, so I grabbed it, flicked it at him. He ran off screaming, staring at me. Oh, don't throw it at me.
I was saying, don't be childish. Retaliation is childish. I did it first, so...
It's pathetic, endlessly. Just this kind of...
No, but you know, you agree with me on that people who just, like, I can't stand noisy, it's people who go...
No,
like that.
No, I do agree with that.
And people eating crisps, as I said before, people eating crisps in cinemas.
Well, anyone who's making noise in the cinema. It's
I know, they must be mental. They've gone to see a film, there's people they don't know there, everyone's paid £8.
And they're crunching away.
Oh, leaving their phones on.
I was in the cinema, there was a 16-year-old girl, took a phone call in the cinema, the film was running, she went, hi, yeah, I'm in the cinema, started having a conversation on the phone. I was thinking, how important is this call that you've got to receive? Oh, it's Tokyo ringing, Mr. Yakamoto's there, the deal's going through. It's Saturday afternoon, you should be up there hairdressers.
Mr. Yakamoto.
Mr. Yakamoto's coming on, and you can't use my pad, so you've got to make it a meal.
Yes.
Don't you and your wife make things up for me.
But I was thinking, this was not long ago, and I went to see that. This was, I think I was off to see that film, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or whatever it's called. You know,
well, it could be on the film for that because it's subtitled, but it's not going to ruin it. Is it?
It wasn't her. Because I was sat next to her, and she was crunching on a big fat woman.
No, but he's got a good point there.
Loads of people could be on the phone now.
Fuck off.
Fine.
What kind of a move is that?
Imagine if that was true.
Well, it's like when you go on the tube and read a paper. There's loads of noise. Still concentrate.
He's got you. That's such a great point, isn't it?
Right, yeah, because it's so easy to lose yourself in that magic realism world, you know, with all the sound effects and music and surging, exciting noise. And there's a woman clattering on going, yeah, well, I'll probably meet you later, Stange. Should we get some Diamond White in and around by the park?
Yeah.
Switch off. I do it.
Yeah, but we know what you're like, Carl.
Yeah, you can switch off, Carl.
It's like you can turn your ears off. That's the skill you have.
It's not the ears, it's the behind the ears.
Yeah.
It's the process between the ears and the brain that you can switch off, so he can still hear all these things like a cat.
But I was in the one, there was this woman sat next to me, she was a big fat one, she was crunching on some popcorn. Again, that's a crime. Why they're selling popcorn in cinemas? I don't understand why the noisiest...
regularly.
Why the noisiest food in a cinema?
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's come about.
Yeah.
It really makes me angry.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Smoothies. We want smoothies without straws.
Exactly. The trailer for that film AI, Artificial Intelligence, came on. Remember that? And the tagline was, David is 11 years old. He weighs 60 pounds. He's 4 foot 6 inches tall. He has brown hair. His love is real, but he is not.
Oh yeah.
And she just went, how old was he again? To her boyfriend. Right? Just ruined it. War film trailer comes on for some Pearl Harbor or something. She goes, yeah, I don't fancy that. Just announce it. Don't fancy that. Too many war films. So then the trailer, then the opening credit comes up for Crouching Tiger. Before that, you know that thing that comes up that says it's signed by the BBFC and it has the kind of certificate and everything, and that certificate to say what age you have to be. That came up, and it says Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in brackets subtitles. She went, It's not subtitled, is it? I thought this was the most famous foreign film for years. It won Oscars. It was a huge film. Everyone knew it was foreign. She goes, it went, so the credits begin. It says Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She went, stupid name for a film.
What? She just
She
wandered in there.
paid to see it. She was with her boyfriend. So then it starts, right? And obviously it's in Japanese or Mandarin or something. She's like, yeah, okay, and they're all talking in Japanese.
Japanese or Mandarin.
Whatever. So they're speaking in Japanese language or Oriental language. And she's going, don't they sound stupid? Don't they sound stupid? She's going, and then the subtitles come up, and it's quite a weird kind of strange language they talk in. And she was going, can't make the subtitles out either. Both gobbledygook. Just wittering on every step of the film.
I totally agree with you, but what I like in your telling of it, I know you're getting quite emotional.
I'm genuinely livid.
But she went Mandarin or Japanese, some Oriental language, and
well, I don't know what else.
It's a strange language. It's a strange language.
Well, anyway,
oh dear.
So then I moved. I climbed over several seats, made a big huff of, make a big show of moving. Sat next to a guy on the phone, just chatting on the phone.
Oh, the guy mental at that.
I was so now I hate that film. I didn't enjoy it. I don't like seeing it. I don't want to even think of it.
It's subtitles, isn't it?
Well,
rubbish.
I get videos.
Yeah, I should have thought that through, Grant. You're absolutely right.
Lamb chop?
Yeah, let's play Lamb Chop. This is brilliant. This is from this CD that came out recently with the Uncut magazine. Occasionally they put out some quite interesting free CDs. And this was one that had various covers of Rolling Stones songs. And a lot of them were quite shoddy, but this was a brilliant, especially done, I think, for the CD. It's Lamb Chop doing a version of quite an obscure Rolling Stones song called Backstreet Girl. It's just beautiful.
Dandy Warhols, get off. Getting a little bit blasé now. Steve's just wandered off to make a tea. Is he not really, is he? Yeah. Is he just down there? No. That is a bit shoddy, isn't it? I'm going to see Pop Idol tonight. Yeah. No. Who do you think will win? Will or Gareth?
I don't care.
Do you really?
No. It was in.
Was I boring you? Sorry.
It was in Leicester Square, right? The little lad.
Yeah.
In a big coach with his head on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, how long?
Was it an accident?
No, but do you know like those ones that footballers have?
Big heads.
No, that own coach, really big coach. I mean, he's only small.
Big coach, what like?
I don't know why he needs a
trainers. You mean?
Big coach. Look, if you just do it like that, I'm not telling you.
Sorry, go on.
Big coach.
Yeah.
With his head on the side, and he came in. And
his picture on the side.
Yeah. Right, and about 200 kids screaming and going mental for him.
Really? What you think they should really concentrate on worshipping worthy sort of things like S Club 7 and A1 who have been around for a year.
So you pick on me when Steve's not.
Well, it's only a joke, isn't it? Here he comes. You can't believe it.
But it's just the way, like, keep going on about the Scotland.
Yeah. Well, you were late. What are we meant to do? Oh, we can't possibly go on without Steve. Oh, we need Sting. What?
See, that's the reason you should do it without me. I meant nothing. Probably a good reason not to let you have a cup of tea. But I will anyway.
Thanks. Cheers. Thanks. Just saying that Carl thinks all this nonsense about Pop Idol is a little bit sort of shallow because they've not been around long enough to be worshipped by children. Unlike Santa Claus, who's been around forever.
Yes. He was in Leicester Square in a big coach.
Who was?
Gareth. He's only a small lad. He had the biggest coach I've ever seen.
A coach?
Yeah. One of those like National Express.
He just probably come down from wherever it is he lives.
No. With his head on the side.
What?
We went through this.
His own coach. Not like.
You mean like a tour bus?
Yeah, but with his head on the side.
With his face on the side.
His own coach.
Was he driving it?
Was he really nasty? Go, we can't have a toilet break yet. You had your chance.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Wait till we get the services.
I'm finishing this fag and then we're moving on.
And if you're not back from the toilets, I'm gone.
Yeah. It's a lovely restaurant here. Alright, Jeff. What, you know the people? Yeah, well, not my brother-in-law or anything.
It wouldn't have been quite as snappy as that if you'd been saying all that.
No.
Yeah, well, that's it. Everyone keeps talking about the stuttering, but never go on about his asthma.
They don't.
You're right. We should attack the asthma more as well.
Do you think he's held that back for the final? Do you think he's bringing out the big guns for the final? Oh, and by the way, I've got.
There's a
asthma.
The way he does that.
But he's trying to. That's
not
therapy.
asthma, Carl. That's him trying to breathe in order to help him speak.
That's a therapy.
Have you guessed about the asthma?
I thought you read this or something. But you thought his asthma was because he goes. That's him. He has to do that to get over the. That's a therapist.
I haven't got bad asthma.
What if you ever have kids?
Maybe he hasn't got asthma.
When you cross a road, don't bother looking both ways.
Yeah.
Just walk straight across.
I love that. Imagine a doctor saying that. Oh, not asthma. No, he does that. Has he? No, it's not asthma then. Okay, well I'm stuck.
We better operate.
Yeah, well don't operate. It's just he just fell over.
No,
yeah.
I heard him breathing heavily.
Yeah.
Probably got something lodged.
I've got a story about breathing heavily after this next record.
Jolly good.
There are yet places such as this, where a little light still gathers.
Pharomonch got you. Although Steve thinks it's pharomonk.
It makes more sense, don't you think? Monch is a bit of a rubbish word, whereas monk, brilliant.
Yeah, but
let's not discuss it.
No, let's not get into a big highfalutin
exactly
phonetics argument.
No.
They can call themselves what they want.
That's up to them.
And good luck to them.
Yep, good guys.
Now, I am going to Pop Idol tonight.
Yep.
This is what started it until he said there was a young kid being screamed at by kids because he had his own coach with his head on the side. Yeah.
God, the trophy buy is barely worth it. Even get minus 75% trinket prices. Ugh. Horrible.
Not necessarily.
Yes, it is. Oh, it is.
No.
Don't even fool yourself trying to drum up.
Yeah, that's.
Well, look, wait.
That's
see,
shit.
They've both got about the same boat. And
are you starting from the second thing?
Now, I don't think the Darius boat
what's it
like
called?
Gareth
Resentment or whatever?
Because he's a cute kid and everything, and he sort of looks like a pop idol, and but he's not as good a musician. And I think maybe when people went for Darius, they were a bit kitsch, but I think they might.
Do you want to make a wager?
Oh,
you have to when using memories, I think. Oh, really?
You see, you may as well stay home, Rick. You just want to go to meet PJ and Duncan.
Yeah, they call themselves Out on Deck nowadays.
Well, fair enough.
They're my favourite.
They'll always be PJ and Duncan to me, and they're brilliant.
They are brilliant, aren't they? They're the best
it
presenters.
Seems to me there's no one else like on TV that kind of unites everyone. I don't think there's anyone really that can honestly say, if they're being honest, that they don't like Ant and Dec.
I know.
It's like there's no one else like
Phone
it.
in if you don't like Ant and Dec.
And I'd like to hear your arguments for it, because I tell you, and I'm not saying about this ironically. Oh, I like a couple of kids presenters ironically. I think they're genuinely good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're likeable. They're funny.
Yeah, and you can see they've got a great relationship as well.
They've got that sort of Morecambe and Wise every man appeal. They're brilliant.
Yeah, well, we love Ant and Dec.
Did you see in the week there was what's his name? The fellow that Dominic Mohan in the Sun. He's the kind of entertainment guy.
Yeah.
And he had sort of 10 questions that should be answered about Pop Idol, because he thinks everyone's got a vested interest in Gareth winning. And there are various questions. One of which was, why is it that Gareth only seems to stutter when he's being interviewed live?
It's because he's nervous, isn't it?
Yeah. We've answered that one for you, Dominic. He was trying. You realised that he'd written a list and he didn't really have enough to fill up 10.
Although you were nasty about his stutter. You said it annoys you.
No, I'm not arguing that the stutter annoys me. His query was he thought that he was affecting the stutter
How
in order
can
to
you
win
be
the
annoyed at someone stuttering though?
Really annoys me because it's just embarrassing. It's cringeworthy. See, the thing is this: I know people say, "Oh, it shouldn't be an issue, right?" We're talking about a pop idol. Now, everyone accepts the fact that he's got to be a good-looking guy to be a pop idol. We all accept that, and I'm saying I also want him to be able to speak properly to be my pop idol. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having a stutter.
But that's
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being ugly.
That is true. There is true that if there's a body fascism.
Yeah, there should also be a vocal fascism.
Yeah, but there's not a trauma if you don't look like a pop star. There is a trauma in society if you can't speak normally. So it's a much bigger issue.
His trauma?
Well, yeah, of course it is.
But it's not. I'm not arguing about what we think, because a lot of people think that a lot of people get abuse if they're ugly. I mean, I'm guessing. I'm assuming that's the case.
Well, I can't speak very well.
No, I don't know if that's the case. But
we'd make one great pop star between us.
I think so.
My looks and your talkie. Although you sound like some sort of weird Wurzel.
I'm not trying to be a pop idol. People can idolise me in their own small way as a great radio presenter.
Oh, God. Look at us three. Imagine if we tried to be like BB Mac or Light Funky Ones. I'm just thinking of like three good-looking guys. Genesis.
Did I mention about when we were in America? Did I mention that last week?
The police, no?
Did I mention this to you, Carl?
Oh,
I mentioned it last week.
Yeah.
When I was in America at a wedding, went to a wedding with some friends. We were walking through America, there's 5 of us walking down the street in New York, and a car pulls up, and some Chinese tourists lean out, and they went to us, "Excuse me, are you NSYNC?" And we said, "Yes, we are." And they were taking our photo and stuff.
Just think of Steve at the back, sort of like 2 foot taller than the
Which
others.
member of NSYNC is 2 foot taller than all the rest?
Don't Chinese people like tall people or something?
Right, play record.
No, seriously.
No, because it's...
I don't think you know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Carl. We're likely to get in dangerous territory.
Yeah. Don't Chinese people like tall people?
There's something that... Sure. Do you know, like I was...
Phone in if you're Chinese and you like
Carl,
tall people.
what worries me is that when they did Chinese lessons, you were down the beach in Wales.
In Ruth Maddock.
Paul Maddock.
Paul Maddock.
Propriety floats listless on the tide.
Oh, this is Song for the Lovers. It's a beautiful track. It's Satellite Love. It's classic. It's gorgeous. It's Lou Reed.
Rick, can I dedicate this to someone?
Go on then.
Carl, you shouldn't have pressed the button.
Well, he's doing his job. You shouldn't have said, "Can I dedicate this to someone?"
We've had a letter.
Yeah.
Sophie wants to dedicate a song to her boyfriend Peter. They're firm fans of the show. Let's play Satellite Love for them by Lou Reed.
Beautiful song for the lovers.
Don't ruin it this time, Carl. Oh, brilliant. How to ruin a song by Ricky Gervais. Do you want to explain what you were doing?
I was just singing along to the backing vocal.
You're not just singing along.
Doing it like a mental.
Well, just give us a blast.
Well, I haven't got my headphones on. I've got to do it in time, haven't I now? Wait, was it? Is it finished?
It's finished now.
And it was just going, when Bowie, Satellite, I was going, like that.
Yeah. But in Room 101, you're going to put irritating people.
But it's something nice what my
Are you going to climb down that little thing and climb in yourself?
It's sort of, yeah, maybe.
You know they have sort of a visual representation of the thing that irritates them. They always have that, like Shakespeare, there would be a bust of Shakespeare's head, which is a picture of you.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Oh dear. Bowie in the background, Satellite Love, Song for the Lovers. I should have like sung along on air.
I love the idea of you when that came out, you know, sort of 17, got a girl back to your place, you know, just making out with her, just that record's on in the background, you just go, ow! I'm gonna have to shoot off now, Rick. Ow! Just leave me to it, I'll enjoy myself. Ow! I'll finish myself off. Ow!
Oh dear! Oh, you can't do that!
Oh, we've cheapened that song. Oh. You've ruined that song forever for me.
No, I haven't.
But see, the thing about Lou Reed is because Perfect Day, just a genius song. But we can never play it now, can we? Because of that BBC ad.
No, because I'll tell you what. What's her name coming in at the end? M people.
Yeah.
That thing she does with her voice.
There's a couple of songs that have kind of like I always remember.
And who's that one that goes? It's such a perfect day.
Yeah, something of opera pomp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's a song. Any other songs ruined because of their association with things? That song, First Time, which was on the Cokehead. First time, first love.
Wasn't that Falling on Blondes?
Oh, that was Robin Givens.
Robin Givens, yeah. What was didn't Falling on Blondes do something like that? I just keep seeing Falling on Blondes in the playlist.
I think Falling on Blondes they ruined their own career by writing songs.
Yeah. Yeah, we should play Falling on Blondes one week.
Rick, I was going to say something to you before we got sidetracked. What were we talking about, Carl? Oh, we were talking about,
We nearly lost it then a bit, but I think we pulled it back.
It's okay, no, we had a fascinating fact that we were going to
Oh yeah, if everyone in China, Carl...
This is true, Carl.
Right, listen, if everyone in China jumped... It wouldn't be hard to coordinate. They did hands across America. They did up yours to laws, right? We can coordinate this. We can get the sun involved or something, right? Everyone, 1.2 billion or something, jumped up and down at the same time.
Shut up. You're not explaining this clearly.
It would cause a tidal wave that would destroy America.
If every person in China jumped up at the same time, that would cause a tidal wave that would destroy America, apparently, according to physics.
According to physics.
It is, no, true, it's a fact. We're not making this up. We both know this is a fact.
We're not making it up. We've heard it, but obviously I don't know what that's based on. Someone going, just had a terrible thought, Mr. President. What is it? No, you know the atomic bomb and all that? Yeah, forget it. forget it. If everyone in China jumped up and down, they'd wipe us out, right? You know what I mean?
See, there should be some Chinese leader just threatening them with that.
Yeah, just showing them a picture of everyone just poised.
just pictures of China people just crouching.
On pogo sticks.
Exactly.
Just a billion
or
Chinese people.
Just all stood on the Great Wall of China, about to jump off. That would be brilliant.
Oh,
see, look at Carl, he's dumbfounded, he's scared now.
He's scared now, isn't you?
But there's more chickens in the world than people.
Oh,
play record.
Well, that's brilliant. If you substantiate that, please get in touch.
What an amazing track. Incredible.
No one else is playing that on a Saturday afternoon yet?
No.
Are they?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
I mean that in a good way. I mean that like we're breaking new territory. Like
Just the
playing songs
intro.
from the early
The intro's got to win the best. Oh no. I think Dr. Fox or Simon Bates said that about a track once.
Really?
This has got to be the best intro of a rock song ever. The fact that I was saying it about The Who and he was saying it about Money for Nothing is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Someone made me sit in their car once with their new car stereo system so that they could play me the beginning of Money for Nothing.
Oh.
Just sat there like, yeah.
Have we got that? You've probably got that in the library, haven't you?
Is it right that Roger Daltrey,
Yeah, that's right.
his kid is in EastEnders, that one who plays Robin? Something my mum told me, I don't know if she's got it right or wrong.
What,
But it does look like
No, that's
him.
What, Dean Gaffney?
Yeah. But he didn't want to go off his dad's name and that, so...
So he used his brilliant talent. And his pox-faced.
Do you know if that's right?
Well, I don't know.
It looks like him, doesn't it?
Well, I'm sure that's libelous if it's wrong.
Oh, right, yeah, you'd be ashamed to have Roger Daltrey as your dad.
Well, no, but Roger Daltrey might not want it getting round that he gave birth to Specky.
Yeah, right, actually. Specky? Spotty?
Spotty, so I looked at you.
Yeah. Alright, calm down.
Well, I don't know, you've got a nice clear skin. At least I didn't call you Spotty goggle-eyed freak, boy. You've got a nice skin, a nice complexion, smooth-faced, goggle-eyed freak, boy, fish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
About what? Don't you like us arguing? Is it like Mum and Dad arguing? Do you get all...
In the caravan. There was nowhere to escape to.
Oh no, rattling round.
Did you make any friends when you were down on the caravan site?
Yeah, a lot of people from Birmingham were there.
What kind of pals did you have? What were their names?
I can't remember, it was years ago, but they all had rich parents. They had like their own car to drive around the campsite and all that.
Yeah.
So
Their own fence.
And but they were mates, and you saw them every year, did you? Or every 3 weeks when you went down there?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you didn't keep in touch with any of them?
No.
I'll admit now, I went to the same place in a caravan for about 6 years running. I went to a place called Riverside in Bognor because someone round the corner from us had a caravan, two-berth caravan. Me, my mum, and my nan.
I think I'm really lucky to have had it, really. Because a lot of mates who I had didn't have enough money to go on holiday and maybe get a present or something.
I would just like...
Of course, they got an education, so...
Yeah, but Carl, the thing is with Carl is, right, I want to give him gifts. Yeah. I want him to have the loveliest Christmas ever. I want him to go pony trekking. Do you know what I mean? I want to just...
Scared of horses.
So many things we don't know about Carl.
Fell off one at fate. And the woman didn't know what to do. She couldn't handle the horse. It was running off. I was hanging underneath, getting a kick in the head.
Really?
Now, hang on. What age were you? Because this could explain a lot.
I was about 6.
That makes a lot of sense. I think we got to the bottom of it here.
Oh no, got kicked in the head by a horse, lived in a caravan, and had to live in Wales half the time. Oh, no wonder this is your favourite time of the week. Do you look forward to this all week, these 2 hours?
It's alright.
What would make you truly happy, Carl? Do you mind me just asking that? What would make you truly happy?
I was thinking about it in the week and I don't know.
You don't know? There's nothing that you particularly want that you feel like once I've got that...
Well, the easy answer there is money, innit? But
no, it's not true.
I don't know if it's true.
No, you know, you just need enough
Do
money.
you feel spiritually satisfied?
Yeah.
Carl, have you embraced the good word of the Lord?
What do you mean?
Well, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Saviour.
We're having a meeting tomorrow. It's in the church hall. We'd like you to come along.
I went to a church.
Rick, I've got to say this. I got this housemate who I don't know that well, and I've been living with him for about two months or something. Right? Yeah. And he's in the kitchen, he's washing up, and I just turned to him, right, and he doesn't know me that well because we sort of talk to each other now, but we don't know. And I just turned to him and I went, Matt, have you got to know the good word of the Lord? And he looked at me with utter fear in his face. And I just went, I just think we should get on with it. And just talk about, the word of the gospel and Jesus and he just looked at me, he was absolutely petrified. I just started laughing, cracking up, and it's the sigh of relief. He was absolutely petrified. It's a brilliant game to play if you're getting a lift on a long car journey with people you don't know. Just bring that out.
Yeah.
It's so terrifying.
Yeah.
I went once.
If you're also another good one is when you pick up a hitch. I say like, I wonder what this car would look like on fire.
Exactly.
Things like that. Yeah.
Sometimes I like to drive the wrong way down the motorway.
Yeah. Would you, what does a knife feel like when it's going into your eye? What?
Did you see that story in the week with a farmer who got his arm stuck in machinery, and he was going on about. I mean, he came on with a false arm, so you knew something was wrong straight away. But,
you knew it wasn't going to end happily.
But he was. He said, "I'm a farmer. I've been a farmer for years, and I'm always telling people don't stick your hands in machines." He said, "But I got off on the tractor and the machine had stopped, and he went to shift some, I don't know, if it was a Coke can or something that was in the field and the machine.
Bloody cows drinking Coke.
Oh, this is not the famous one that about 15 and he took his arm to the hospital and he was making jokes. His arm was in ice.
He didn't take his no. What it was his hand went in and the machine started again.
Yeah.
And it started pulling at his skin. Oh. Right. So like the skin was coming off his arm. Yeah. And it was going around the rollers and he was pulling back like that. So he's like, oh god. Yeah. And the skin's like being wrapped around and it's like pulling it. So he can see his bone and stuff.
Oh no!
And he was there for like ages, going, oh god. And he had a penknife in his pocket, so he got that out with the other hand, managed to open it. I mean that's
because they stick, don't they? After a while, I've got one of those Swiss Army knives, and
that's what it was.
I can't do it with two hands sometimes once they get all full of gunk.
He managed to do that with one hand. And cut away the skin.
That's not true, is it?
Yeah.
Has he learnt to farm again, like the drummer of Def Leppard? Has learnt to drum again.
Have they got just like the handles?
Can he farm now with just one arm?
It was good because he was making a joke out of it. And that.
Oh, that's good.
I think that's good. But
that doesn't mean you can, Steve. Though.
No, sure.
He had to cut his own flesh off to escape a combine harvester. Yeah. He doesn't need you know.
Making wisecracks.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure. But I just always remember getting a hot plate out of the oven when I was younger, and that absolutely killed.
Yeah.
It stuck to my fingers, and I just thought the pain that he must have been going through.
Yeah. Must have been what? You must have been worse than a hot plate.
Oh.
Must have been worse than maybe dropping a pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's nearly it.
That is pretty much
XFM 104.9. Fast approaching 3 o'clock.
It is indeed. Is that pretty much it, Carl? Is this our last link?
I'd wrap it up.
Yeah? Yeah, so would I, actually. It's a song for the ladies' time. And this is a song you put me onto, Rick.
It's a beautiful song.
Recall. Special View, a.k.a. Telescopic Love from The Only Ones. The B-side of Another Girl, Another Planet. Their only hit, maybe?
Well, yeah, I think one of them. But,
some great stuff on the best of The Only Ones, which it's just a band kind of...
Another Girl, Another Planet. That might be up for the best intro in a rock and roll record of all time. I'll put up Won't Get Fooled Again and Another Girl, Another Planet. Foxy, he's already putting up Money for Nothing.
Exactly.
So maybe we'll run that competition next week.
Yeah, although Walk of Life is...
Hey, got the cunt. Nice, man.
Johnny singing oldies, goldies, big bopalula, baby, here. Oh, nonsense.
Way.
Okay, so this is Special View from The Only Ones, a song for the ladies, and that's it.
Goodbye.
I think because I don't have any active memories, the best strat's probably to do a denial run first, get them, kill the mountain thing, and then try and use those to go through the second one. I think just trying to jump into the second one straight up's too hard.
It's going so well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Going so well, but
Ricky
then,
Gervais.
once again, the English language tripped you up.
The mouth with the tongue was all over the brain and talk. The brain and talk through the throat.
Mainly for nutters, oh really?
Oh dear.
Oh, language is his tool.
I thought, fuck it, yeah, it's obviously paid off, man.
We kind of, everyone knows who you are, because you're, the face of the moment. But they forget who, me and the K-Man are.
Well, with me, Steve Merchant.
Hi.
And the K-Man, who's our producer and friend. And can I just say that I really look forward to this show. Like, I get, oh great, we're going to do a show and we're going to play some tracks we like and have a laugh. But now I'm looking forward to meeting Carl.
Of course.
Honestly, I come in and I see his face and then I go, all right. And I'm, just great, like just a little friend. Do you know what I mean? You know when a kid comes around to play with it, and you go, oh, and they come out to play, and it's like little friends. It's like that with Carl.
Yeah, yeah. Because we don't see him in the week. You see, we deliberately stay away from him in the week so that he'll be fresh to us.
Yeah, it was go on.
You start off friendly like you did today, and as soon as Steve turns up, you start getting nasty and saying things about my little bald head.
No, I said, look, okay, right, listen, let me explain. Carl was making the tea, and you know those bins, the sort of like a round sort of metal Mickey type bin that you can take off a thing? I went, oh, that would make a good little helmet. It would make it look like metal Mickey because it's the same shape as his head.
Sure.
Right? And I put it on, and
so far, so good, Rich. No problem there. That's just two mates having a laugh.
Right.
You're putting a bin on another man's head.
Right, right. So I put it on, and the swing bit, through gravity and the angle, swung and hit him in the nose.
Sure.
Right? He went, ow. And I went, I said something like, it's all right.
Yeah, of course, because you were being amused.
Yeah, I said, it's all right, don't worry.
Yeah.
And he went, no, I've just washed my hair.
Yeah.
That annoyed me.
That did annoy you, sure.
Because there was lots of, like, shit and coffee and horrible gunk.
In his hair, or?
No, in in the inside of the bin.
Sure.
But what annoyed me was, he's hardly got any hair.
Let's be honest, he looks like Moby.
Yeah, so I said, I took the bin off.
Yeah.
And I was having a laugh, and I thought, you
ruined my fun, is what
do you know what I mean? I said, what's your hair? I said, we could do that now in 30 seconds.
Yes.
And he looked at me like I was in the wrong.
I know. Rick, that annoys me about him.
I know.
That doesn't annoy me about him. But otherwise, he's like childlike.
Yeah,
you know, in so many other ways. He doesn't understand that he's hurting your emotions and your feelings.
But also, right, we were playing football, so comfortable, right? And so we were playing.
Was that just in the office, or?
Yeah, just in the office before he came, right? And we were sort of kicking it back and forth, and I started kicking it a bit hard. And but he was quite good. I said, this is great, right? And we finished anyway, because we thought we'd break some up. And I went, I bet you were quite good at football, weren't you? And I actually thought he looked like quite a natural. You know, I thought he'd be good. He's from the north, and I thought that's all he'd have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Right? And he went, I said, I suppose you're quite good at football. And he turned the quickest flash and went, I've scored once. Right? He said, and that's because I was being chased by a bee. And I went, save it.
Yeah.
He went, no, I said, please save it, because I want to tell Steve that. No, you can continue now.
Please tell us the rest of the story. You've scored a goal once because you're being chased by a bee.
Yeah, you've done it now, really. I was on the...
there must be more to that story, man.
I was in the school team. I wasn't that good as a kid at football, to be honest. Mainly down to, I think it's because my dad wasn't into football.
Right.
I think that's the way it works, isn't it? If your dad's into it, then you could be a footballer when you're older.
Sure. Yep.
Because you're into it. And so I was in the school team because I got on with the other lads.
Popular guy, yeah.
And yeah, I was stood there doing nothing because I didn't really know what to do. I never knew which way I was meant to be shooting.
Yeah.
Got all that messed up.
Yeah.
I just stood there, right, and with my hands behind my back. And something landed on me, on like this part of my thumb.
You can't just point. It's radio.
It's this bit here.
Right. Yeah.
The fleshy bit. The fleshy bit of the thumb. Yeah.
And I thought, oh, what's that? And I looked down, and it was a bee.
Thumb. Oh, it was a bee.
It was a bee on me. So I start running, try to get away from it, and bees. Actually, something interesting about bees. More chance of getting stung by a bee in windy weather than any other sort of weather.
That's incredible.
Anyway, so I'm running away.
And he said there was no more.
Extraordinary. I've already learned many things. You're being chased by the bees.
So
windy.
I'm running.
It's on your thumb. Is it still on your thumb now?
It's sort of gripping onto me like a stag beetle.
Clever.
I love it. Oh,
or a bee.
Yeah.
So I'm running. I'm running towards like the goal.
Yeah.
Oh God! And the ball comes to me.
Yes.
Wallet, get it in.
Brilliant. What happened to the bee? Did it sting you?
They die, don't they?
I mean, ultimately it died, sure, but at that particular moment, did it sting you?
This was probably about 20 years ago, so I imagine.
No. Once a bee stings
you. So did it sting you?
Yeah, but didn't it sting you?
Yeah.
Right, that was the question.
When did it sting you?
When I was playing football.
Oh, do you mind me asking? You say you're on the school football team. Was there just 11 boys at your school?
Listen, Carl. All I mean is, at what point in this story did the bee sting you? Straight away, or
half time?
Play a record, man.
Depeche Mode, I Feel Love, on XFM 104.9. It's about 17 minutes past 1 on this Saturday.
Go on.
We'll never interrupt me when it's going that well.
Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking of.
That was my record. That was about 4 or 5 sentences.
True.
They
I
had
don't know what I was thinking.
semantics, syntax. There was capital letters, full stops, grammar,
you
everything.
didn't even get the time out, did you? What time was it? Quick, what time was it? I interrupted.
17
Sorry, I
minutes
should have.
past.
I was so eager.
1. XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me,
Steve Smirch.
And the K-Man.
The K-Man. We're all giving ourselves nicknames now.
Yeah.
Can I just clear something up? This is only a very, very personal thing. Lots of people who listen to the show that I've spoken to, friends of friends and stuff, they think that I'm the guy that plays Gareth in The Office? Because my voice is obviously very similar.
It couldn't be further than the truth.
That's so not the case. If anyone's listening, they think it's me.
The truth.
I don't want to take credit for Mackenzie's performance. That's a guy called Mackenzie Crook. He's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen his performance. It's not me. Admittedly, he has loosely based his accent for the character on my accent, because obviously it's a comical accent. We all admit that.
Yeah.
We'll agree with that. But that's where the similarity ends.
Yeah. Mackenzie's a good-looking fellow, isn't he?
He's a good-looking lad.
I mean, that's not
You're not digging me. I know, because you're saying I'm a good-looking guy as well. You're just saying we're two differently good-looking guys.
Yeah, it's all people are all different looks. I mean, you could say Brad Pitt's good-looking, and then you could say George Clooney's good-looking, and they're both great-looking blokes. They don't look alike.
Exactly.
So for me to say Steve and Mackenzie aren't alike, Mackenzie's a good-looking fella.
Exactly.
You know, if you did a Venn diagram there, they weren't mutually exclusive. There would be a crossover of good-lookiness.
Yeah, I'm in that pool with Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
Wow.
Well, it's quite a big pool, Rick, and I'm in there, certainly with them.
Yeah, not... Yeah.
I mean, I'm in one of those Venn diagram circles.
You are, yeah. You're over this one.
I noticed that's a separate one, floating off from all the others.
Yeah, lizards and parrots.
Ah, right. Okay. It's good to be included in something, though. It's good to be part of a gang, Carl. It's very important.
Yeah.
Right, if that's cleared up...
Depeche Mode there, and I Feel Love. Who'd have thought Depeche Mode would have been that huge? I think I'm seeing little lads from Basildon with little plinky plonky sound. I thought that'd be like Visage or something. That'd be it. You know, they're stadium rock fillers. They're huge. They conquered America. He went through some hard times. He came out the other way, and well done.
But see, I think what you just said there is a very good example of why they are and why certain other bands aren't. Because if you think about it, for me, you see, whenever I think of a band name, if I see a new band's come along or whatever, I always use a very simple test, which is, can you imagine that you're the announcer at a huge event? Maybe it's like broadcasting around the world, like Live Aid or
Nelson
something.
Mandela
or
concert.
it's a Nelson Mandela Freedom concert.
Yeah.
And you can imagine someone
He's there.
Nelson's there.
Yeah, with the Spice Girls.
Oh, they're all there. But you can imagine someone saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Depeche Mode."
Yeah.
The
Rolling Stones. The Who.
Exactly. But you can imagine someone saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Visage."
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome our headline act? Welcome Idlewild.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Ned's Atomic Dustbin. It doesn't...
Levelers.
Some bands aren't going to make it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mega City 4. You know what I mean? It's
just a simple test. We'd like you to do that at home.
If you're thinking of starting a band, or you've just named your band, you're just beginning, just phone in, tell us, or email in, tell us what your band name is, and we will use that simple test.
And we will do the test. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage
the Franken Walters.
Jimmy Eat World.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Cooper Temple Claws. I don't think it's going to happen for those lads. It's a simple test anyway. But
100 reasons, please welcome to the stage. 100 reasons.
100 reasons, I think would work quite well. You can give the email address.
All right, last one.
xfm.co.uk.
If I could.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage Pop Will Eat Itself. Carl, have you got like a sound effect or something of like get the atmosphere we're going to test?
Cheering. We'll seek it out with.
Have you got something there? Have a look on there. I'm just looking in the NME for the kind of forthcoming gigs of the smaller known bands, and it might be a useful place to just begin the.
Ladies and gentlemen, peoples around the world, will you please welcome to the stage Chumba Awamba.
Have you got a sound effect? We got one. Nice, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage the Parkinsons. They're playing in Leicester this week, so I look forward to
That's
them.
a good plug, isn't it?
Let me see who else.
If anyone wants to pop down to Leicester to see the Parkinsons.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Cyclefly.
Okay.
Oh, there's a genuine one here. This is someone. Simon's emailed and he says, "Will you just test this name for us?" Okay. Oh, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage Coach? Not utterly convinced.
No,
it's not too bad.
I'm worried about the sound effect. We started sounding like Chris Moyles or something.
Well, he's a top broadcaster. Everyone loves him.
Losing weight as well.
He is hilarious. funny man. There's one more coming here. I'll just get this one.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome, this is Chris in Oxford. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, meanwhile back in communist Russia.
Is that a band?
I assume so.
I assume it's his band,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, how does he listen to us in Hold on, though. This is only local radio. How does he listen to us in Oxford?
Well, if only there was some kind of digital format that he could listen via the web net.
What is it?
What is the...
What is it?
What?
How does he listen in Oxford?
You can listen on Sky Digital.
Go on.
Channel 864.
Lovely.
864. Yeah.
And
on the
web.
Yeah.
Okay. What would that web address be?
xfm.co.uk.
Sure.
Click on the audio.
Yeah.
And you get XFM 10 seconds behind actually action.
Perfect.
Just out of interest, what's the point of saying that if they can't sort of get us in London to listen to that, because they won't be, unless they're either in London, so they won't go through this nonsense, or they're in Leicester and they can't hear us saying Sky Digital.
Yeah, we haven't thought that through at all.
Because you might work in London for a bit and then have
go back and spread the word.
And like leave.
Go back and spread the word. Disciples.
Move back to Leicester.
Yeah.
Tell your mates.
Yeah.
Soon, there's any number of combinations.
Soon, XFM is the most listened to radio station in Britain. What we need is people on Radio 2 to give it a plug every day.
That'd be ideal.
Yeah, or Radio 1.
Yeah. Any of the big rivals. Virgin.
Yeah.
Well, we've often plugged Virgin. It's a good station.
105.8 Virgin Radio London.
It's a great station. Really good station.
Hard 106.2.
Lovely.
You're listening to Magic 105.8.
Are you getting quite a lot of voiceover work now, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
That's not.
I've stopped all that though.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. It's good.
Well, I'm all right now. I've got a bit of money.
Classic 60s bands. I've just suddenly. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage the Scaffold?
Oh, the Scaffold.
You remember the Scaffold, Carl?
You picked the lead singer looks a bit like him, but you know whose brother that is in the Scaffold, don't you? Mike McGear. Do you know whose brother that is?
What?
Do you remember the Scaffold? They did we'll drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the Pink, the Pink, the human race.
Yeah, thank you very much for the entry. Do you know whose brother that is?
Whose brother? The lead singer?
No, the Mike McGear in it, sort of one of the main men in it.
He's one of the songwriters in the Scaffold.
Paul McCartney.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, that's Paul McCartney's brother. Think of that when I go home for Christmas. So I think Lily the Pink was what, about 1970?
Yeah. It was number one, wasn't it? Christmas number one?
Yeah, big number one, yeah. I might don't know if it was Christmas number one. Two Little Boys was 1969,
it definitely was number one.
Yeah,
Scaffold.
but I don't know if it was
Scaffold
Christmas number one.
It was, because I remember I did it in
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they go home at Christmas and Mrs. McCartney goes, alright boys, how are you, Paul, how are you doing? I'm just starting a new band called Wings. Oh yeah, this is Linda. Alright, okay, sit down. Mike, what are you doing? Just had number one. Brilliant, round of applause. How many number ones do you have, Paul? 19. Still, we know what we like, don't we?
We'll drink the human race.
Paul goes, wow, if you want to. The long and winding.
Boring. We'll drink a drink. Linda, do you want to be in the Scaffold? We're probably going to go on tour and stuff. I know you love it. Well, I quite like it. Yeah. We'll drink a drink.
You're not going to be in Wings if you're going to play with him.
Well, I got make a tricky decision. I mean, that's a great song. Everyone's loving it. It's Christmas number one.
What are you doing eating his bacon?
Well, I love it.
You don't eat bacon.
Yeah, but I love the music. He's a great guy.
Stop it. What are you doing?
Well, I just, I love the music. We'll drink a drink. No, you don't.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so...
Thank you very much for that.
K3 Iron.
Imagine that, because imagine how different going, well, you've had 19 number ones. I mean, it can be around time. Yeah, if you stay like this with the Scaffold, I'm going to rule the 70s.
Yeah, if things that carry on going like they're going now, the Scaffold, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome
to the stage, Beck.
Oh, nice one. Dandy Warhols. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Dandy Warhols.
There you are, it's never going to
That sounds like Levellers crossed with Wonder Stuff.
Rubbish, isn't it? Really. I mean, it's fine, it's chirpy.
It's a nice song, but it's not...
It's that thing of it's just not essential. You just don't really need it in your life. If it never occurred, you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. You know what Carl just said? Were you listening?
Not really.
He looked out the window and he looked at me and he was looking at me and I looked over at him and he said, "See, that would be good to die now." Like what? He went, "That weather, that would be good to die." And I said, "Of what?"
I heard this.
Old age. He's like your nan.
Yeah. What do you make of Michael Greco's character Beppe being axed from EastEnders?
Which one to pick?
Problem for you?
The whole soap thing. What's it's back in Coronation Street, isn't she? what's her name?
Beth.
Lynns. She thought she'd go off and be a bigger star.
Yeah.
All went wrong, and now she's coming back.
Yeah. Always happens, doesn't it?
Becky will be back.
Yeah.
What was the van reply? What was the guy?
The White Van Man says, obviously they feel the character has run his course, but I think he's a pretty good actor and I can't understand why. So, I mean, obviously there's a White Van Man there who's also got an opinion on script development.
The through line,
the narrative through line of soap opera.
The 12-week narrative, the arc really showed itself up.
Two last ones I want your opinion on here. What do you make of a cat that's been cloned in a secret 2.5 million research project?
Find out what?
If they can clone cats, yeah.
Have they had to hurt it?
Sorry?
Have they had to sort of hurt it to do that?
Have they had to hurt it?
Yeah, or is it just scraping its tongue or some stuff?
I think the cat's fine. The point is that they're cloning another creature which is potentially very dangerous. Have you seen that film where they bring Hitler back?
That cat, what if that cat turned out to be a world dictator?
Exactly. What do you reckon of cloning generally, Carl? Are you concerned about it?
Well, I think they're cloning for organs, they grow them for the,
Do you know what cloning means?
Yeah, it's when you like make something else that's the same.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to do any harm.
Okay. And finally,
when you on the World Council.
Yeah. Finally, what do you make of some city workers who were caught bonking in the glass links of the Lloyd's building? Yeah. Is that a problem for you? Do you think that's unprofessional?
Was it the lunch break or?
I think it was lunch break.
It was their own.
Right.
It's their own time. Fair enough. It only takes 45 seconds to go from the bottom to the top. Is that a problem? They move quickly. They act on instinct. You think fair enough? That's their natural instincts, and they're both consenting. You think fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks very much, Carl.
Thanks very much, Carl.
Carl, we'll have more of Carl's world-weary opinions next time on the show. Listen, I want to play a track that I love.
I can't wait for this track. It's by a great band. Just going to do it before Steve does this. Coming up, we're going to give away a great game. I'm sort of clearing out my flat with Tony, and we've got a lot of junk there. And we're going to give away a great game coming up. You've seen it, Steve. You're excited.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's a board game. It's a board game that we're all going to sign. It's going to be signed by Jerv, Smirch, KP, the K-Man. So you could win that.
The classic album Copper Blue by Sugar. Listening to it again recently, reminded how good it was. Yeah. This is the track Hoover Dam. Play it.
Yeah, I want to get rid of that.
White Stripes. Fell in love with a girl on XFM 104.9. It's 2:10. Right, okay, that's the first hour out of the way. Next hour, Steve, I've got a game to give away. As I say, I'm sort of cleaning out my flat a little bit, and we were going to throw away stuff, and I went to say, oh, whoa, don't throw that away. Yeah. I can give that away on the show, because XFM don't give us anything to give away.
No.
Does anyone care what happens weekends?
No.
There's people coming here going, oh, he hasn't turned up, fiddling with stuff, fire alarms going off, the library. But we were looking for a track we played a couple of weeks ago on the same album, and it's gone.
Yeah, it's been pinched since we last played it.
This is I can't believe it. They're moving. That's like a tip out there, and I have to.
No, it is a disgrace.
It is. It is absolutely. It's disgusting.
How many of the DJs on this station have won multiple awards like Ricky Gervais?
Yeah. How
many of them are double award winning?
To have someone of my calibre. I hurt my ankle, didn't I? Moving a chair. I had to move my own chair in here, and I hit my ankle. That'll teach me not to wear socks. The socks would have just taken out the sting.
I think just walking around barefoot generally is challenging in London. You know, there's the needles, Rick. There's all sorts.
I know. Or that. Well, Posh does it in her video. She walks around barefoot.
Oh, you love
My heart's got a mind of its own.
Ricky absolutely loves the current Victoria Beckham.
Yeah. I like the sentiment. My heart's got a mind of its own. It's like doesn't matter what I'm thinking in my head. My heart says something else. Of course, what we did for last week was change the lyrics.
Just walked around for ages.
Does anyone else do that? Just go things like my wife's got a cock of her own. Things like that. And,
seriously, hours of.
It's like Zach and Cameron changing up the thing for shirtless Eddie. They go, I'm just in Walnut with my dick out.
Yeah, it's called Donuts.
Oh God.
Or 2 to 4
Have you ever played it yourself?
I watched. We sort of got it for a party, and I watched some people.
Can I try and sell it to punters who may?
Yeah, go on.
Play the part of a crazy donut-loving elephant in this hilarious game of fun and fast action.
Yeah. You put on a little elephant thing, and you have to pull up get up the donuts.
Brilliant. Can you be the first elephant to get all your donuts on your trunk? Be the first one.
Sorry, this isn't a sex game, by the way. There's no euphemisms there.
Some of this is a bit slightly damaged, the packaging. That's why I couldn't read it.
You're joking?
Yeah. But don't worry, just you're not asking much for this, are you? We'll start at £5. Bear in mind, it'll be signed by double award-winning Ricky Gervais.
No, of course it's free. And Carl went, "You got a question?" I went, "No." He said, "Well, something about the elephant man."
Something about the elephant.
Yeah, and I went, "Yeah." You know, John Merrick. He went, "Yeah." He went, "Yeah, something about that. Awful, wasn't it?" I went, "You know where Michael Jackson actually bid for the skeleton of that?" And he went, "What, would the skeleton be affected?" I went, "Without it grows, that's what happens, it's nice." And he went, "You don't see any of that about these days, do you?" I just said, "Save it."
Although, of course, you have to put on these masks when you play Donutters, so in a strange way, that looks kind of Merrick-esque.
Yeah.
And the game, Rick, I should just tell people listening, is elephantastic.
It is.
It says that on the box.
It is elephantastic. Right. It is elephantastic.
I mean, you yourself. Can I set a question? Actually, this is a possible question.
Okay. Should we sign it first?
We should sign it, but based on the Elephant Man question, obviously, we all know who directed the Elephant Man film.
Sure.
Don't
sure.
We? Yeah.
Parker. No.
David Lynch.
Lynch, of course, yeah.
But do you know who one of the people that got that film made was? He's a very famous comedian. It was his production company that got it up and running. He may be an executive producer. I think he was even the producer of it. And he's an famous American comic actor. You wouldn't imagine this was the same guy who is also producing a very serious, sober film like The Elephant Man. All right, we want to know who was that man.
It's a bit hard for that.
Well, yeah, but I mean that'll separate the wheat from the chaff.
Have you seen anything else that's elephantastic? Not even Wellephant was elephantastic. He was Wellefantastic.
Rick, have you got any more memorabilia that you want to give to people? Maybe
get rid of.
Because I have to say, I've got
the council won't take it away.
I've got loads of junk in my house. I've got an old fridge freezer in the front garden. Anyone's welcome to come and pick that up anytime. I'll sign it for them.
But what about children climbing in it? That's not one of those with the handles, is it?
There's several children trapped in there. Yeah, but that's a sobering lesson.
You know
the
what?
Local council who won't come and pick it up.
It's a problem though, isn't it? Because you can't just
smash it up. You're right.
Anymore. I don't know what you're meant to do.
Well, listen, right, when I was growing up, I remember the council used to charge £5 or something to take away, like, cookers and fridges. So my dad used to bury them. Down the bottom of my garden, I don't know, there's a cooker, there's a fridge, there's a freezer of some sort, there's a dog and a couple of cats. They were dead.
I'm not saying my father's quite a mean man, as you know that, but my dad used to do that with dead relatives.
Yeah, because those funeral parties take the piss.
Very expensive.
So a funeral can be, up to 40 quid.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Whereas a shovel, borrowed off the bloke next door.
Yeah,
that's a massive saving.
And not given back, to be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, he's going to go soon. Was he going to say?
Okay, to win Donutters, signed by Mr. Ricky Gervais and two other blokes you've never heard of. It's elephantastic. Yeah. And the question is, what was the name of the famous comedian, American comedian?
Give out the number.
That produced and had heavy production involvement in the film The Elephant Man. The email address is ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Carl, what's the phone number?
08700 800 124.
Right, next up, we've had a lot of requests. Carl's popularity is growing. They want to hear his super mega mix. The Britney Spears thing. Pick it up.
Yeah, that's good.
No, tell us what it is.
Alright, it's Mark Dean Blade, the vocals of the unknown, of the Britney Spears.
Let's hear it. It's highly illegal.
Go on then, back announce it, Carl. It's yours. Go on.
That's Mark Dean Blade there with a beat.
And what's it called? You called it something, haven't you? You cleverly called it something. What did you call it?
Nick this record one more time.
Good, very good.
Carl Pilkington there, breaking all kinds of copyright rules.
Now, coming up, we're going to be talking a little bit of Feng Shui, the art of moving things around so it's better.
The ancient Oriental art of rearranging your living room.
Yeah, the ancient art. Don't sit near a window. Exactly. Money. And we've got
don't sit near a window. You won't get any money.
Great things.
This is just good solid Feng Shui.
What do we need to know? I mean, just if you've got any question for Carl, don't forget that's an ongoing thing. Anything in the world, any question, personal problems, philosophies on, like, it can be out of it. Just ask Carl. If you want, just ask Carl. Okay? Alright? Carl, you're up for that, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you'll give your honest opinion, won't you? Always.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should we give away Donutters?
Oh, it's been won. Who's won it, Carl?
Scott Hammond.
Well done.
Well done, Scott.
He'll be loving that. He's probably going to have a party, especially to play Donutters.
We've had a number of right answers, but I'm afraid Scott's the winner. And the question, of course, was which famous American comedian was heavily involved in the production of the film The Elephant Man? It was, of course, Mel Brooks.
Surprising.
And he's got a company called Brooks Films.
Our first person that called in, I think he was a bit confused, said, is it testicles?
Yeah.
You went, what? The visual went, testicles?
What was that illness? Yeah, there was a couple of lads at our school.
Oh, yeah.
Had really big heads.
Right.
And webbed fingers.
And webbed fingers?
And
sorry, wait. Were that... Hold on, did you find him in a pond? Did they used to be little tadpoles?
Carl, you're not confusing your cast with an old episode of Doctor Who, are you?
What were they called, these two?
I didn't mix with them.
Right.
It was just like...
Of course not.
There was nobody thought anything of it at school.
No,
like,
sure.
He used to it.
Yeah, it's the North.
There goes the creature from the Black Lagoon again.
yeah.
He's late. Brilliant at trigonometry.
He's late for double maths.
Yeah.
But, I didn't think anything
what
of it.
Is it called? What is the disease called where two fellas... Are they...
Not even related.
Rubbish.
Not related.
Were you near a nuclear power station when you were growing up?
Yeah.
You weren't really?
Yeah.
Alright, that'll do me, I think.
This has got a bit heavy.
Think that's it.
Hey, talking of enormous heads,
Fucking
you were the
another
pop idol.
day of bullshit tomorrow. But at least I don't have to do anything after work, so I can just play this. GG's, bro. Have a good one. Good luck on your future runs, sir. I'll speak to you tomorrow anyway. I'll be on playing tomorrow anyway. See if I can get a win. Alright, later, bruv.